Yep. It's your boy Boss, Cowboy Sports. And getting ready to break down this. Getting ready to break down Mazi, like in a lot of detail, alright? Because I'm certain that a lot of times you got to really break these players all the way down, because this one is not as cut and dry as it may seem. But I promise you, what we go do today on this particular show is really help the fans really get to know this player. Alright. So usually, I write a book every off season. I just wrote my last BossCowboySports guide, where I focus on candidates that fit the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Mazi did make the book, obviously, right? So with him making the book, that's a big deal. But I want to really break him down today. And people that been following this channel kind of know what my strength is. My strength is go be more so in kind of investigative kind of research. That's my style. So everybody got a different style. I think sometimes some of my YouTube brothers, they're more inspirational. So they're gonna get you excited. Some of them gonna very informational, where you go to certain channels to where you want to get just some information about the Dallas Cowboys, a particular event. I'm investigative. That's what I do. I investigate. That's my niche. That's my lane in this space. I embrace it and I love it. So when you come to this channel, I want you to know what you go get. I want you to know what I do well and the value to the community. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of really break this down. I'm certain, I feel real strong that after I break this down, a lot of people go feel better about Mazi. Also, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad. I'm not the person that's gonna sugarcoat to try to get your subscription, to try to get your like. I don't move like that. I never move like that. It's not integrity to me. It's not being in the interest of what's best for the Dallas Cowboys. So y'all just kind of sit back. I'm gonna keep working real quick behind the scenes, working on this plane. But I'll be right back, man, and we gonna break down Mazi. Here we go. Yep. Let's go. Thank y'all for hanging out with your boy, Boss. We know y'all got a lot of options, but y'all chose to hang out with me. Appreciate that. I ain't gonna let you down. I'm gonna give you the business. I'm gonna give you the nitty and the gritty. Alright? You can trust me. Y'all hang out with your boy. Almost there, y'all. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, we finna kick it off. Over here. Let me get that box out of there. Oh. Told y'all be flying planes. Ah, man. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Y'all give me 1 second. Obviously, I dropped a little ball. pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up, yo. I fumbled. This is a fumble. Yep, this is a live fumble. Alright, let me pick it up. A live fumble, LaRuski. Come on now. You got my camera up in there. Y'all give me 1 second. Alright. Y'all hang out for 1 second. I gotta fix one little thing. I gotta get my camera on. I thought I had my camera on. I don't have my freaking camera on like a big dummy. Y'all just give me 1 second, man. Your boy Boss go get this thing cooking. And then we go start. Trust me, y'all stay with your boy. This gonna be worth it. Cause I'm gonna really break this down. Alright. Here we go. There it is. Alright. Your boy's back. Alright, we go. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so like breaking down Mazi, okay? On some investigative stuff, and then we go talk about maybe even round 2, maybe. We might get into that. But I first want to talk about Mazi, okay? So the first thing about Mazi, and I'm gonna just kind of get right into it. Alright. So getting right into it, I'm gonna start with what's probably the first thing that everybody heard, and that was obviously Micah Parsons, right? But I'm gonna break this down in a lot more detail than what's kind of maybe going around in the surface. So y'all just check this out. Here we go. Listen, this from last night.
Russell Maryland.
Oh, look, this is what I want to see right here. See, that's what I want to see right there. That's what I want to see. That's what matter. None of what we say matter. This matter. Micah Parsons hyped.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, if this player gonna make his job easier, my linebacker. Oh yeah. I love it.
Hey.
Yeah. So basically, you know, Micah Parsons was hype. Everybody kind of heard about that. And so when you actually play it and you go back and really break it down, it's not just that he hype, it's the why. We got to get into the why. Because if we get into the why, you go understand Mazi a whole lot better. Okay? That's real important. It's not just he was hype, it's why. And we got to look at this from a team perspective. So when we start looking at this from a team perspective, then it just becomes even more obvious on the reasons behind Mazi. And I'm going to address some of y'all concerns. Because I know some people want a Smith, right? Everybody talking about Philly. Philly got Smith. Philly got Smith. We gonna address that. All right. But let's go back into and we got all the links of these interviews and stuff like that in the description. So let's get into the why. Listen to Micah Parsons. Listen.
The Dallas Cowboys select Mazi Smith.
Let's go, man! Let's go! Dan knew! Yo!
Hold up.
Man, I told you, Dan wouldn't let me down, man.
So first of all, he said Dan wouldn't let me down. So you can't let that get over your head. Dan didn't let me down. What is he saying? I needed to be clean. Help me be clean, Dan. Then I went to you and I said basically, I need to be clean. I need to be clean. You know what I mean? Help me. Help me by keeping me clean. So LVE got a lot of credit last year. But was it all LVE? Because see, notice that we were saying, just because I'm trying to put this in the big picture now. So notice a lot of us were saying LVE had a better latter end of his season, which is true. It's true. But why? What happened? Hankins. Hankins happened. So when we got Hankins, and notice everybody was saying when LVE left, the defense went downhill. Is that all the way true? Because Hankins and LVE went out around the same time. So them young linebackers was playing behind a one tech that wasn't as skilled at keeping them clean. You know what I'm saying? So this not taken away from LVE. I'm more so giving a big picture of how the proper person in front with the proper skill set helps your defense. It's just what it is. Yeah. So it's, you know, I know people love LVE and they, you can't say nothing about LVE. It's not talking bad about LVE. It's the same thing I was saying about even Jalen Smith when he was here. When people was complaining, I said, look what's in front of him, bro. Like, look, I say, man, it's hard to play linebacker when there's tidal waves of guards and centers crash into the second level uninterrupted. But when you have guys that can take on doubles, that's taking on doubles, and you able to, prevent them from getting to the second level. That's why you see a lot of defensive holding now, because they trying to prevent a lot of guards from getting 2-for-1s. My boy say, boss, why you got the Texans color, man? Red. This is the Texas Rangers. I'm from Dallas, Texas, my brother. Everything I represent is Dallas, bro. So every now you go, I'm just letting y'all know, y'all go sometimes see me with some Rangers. You go see me with some Stars. Hey man, I'm a Dallas boy through and through. I just don't support the Dallas Cowboys. I want to let y'all know that. I support the Mavericks. I support the Rangers and the Dallas Stars. I'm a Dallas boy. You know what I mean? I don't switch up. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy, LA Lakers. I don't switch coasts. That's just not me. That's not me. I represent the house and I don't switch. That's just what it is. So when you thinking you seeing the Texans colors, you actually seeing the Dallas colors, my dog. I'm just letting y'all know. So I don't want nobody ever think I switched up, because I don't switch up. I don't. So let's just keep Rangers, not Texans. Yeah, I know what my colors are. So anyway, but appreciate that. You gave me a chance to address that in case anybody wanted to know. My boy say everything Dallas. Yes, indeed, Ready Red. My boy, and Ready Red, that's my dog. He like, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's Dallas everything, brother. Everything. So anyway, that's my dog, Ready Red, straight out of Roosevelt. That's the homie. So, but anyway, going back to what I was saying. So, so when you look at why he got excited, and we not done, all right? So we not done. Let's still keep going back to Micah Parsons and just kind of putting it all together. And listen, y'all, the investigative side is my thing. So just stay with me. I'm gonna break this all the way down. If anybody got some concerns, I'm almost certain you're gonna feel better after this particular presentation. All right. So here we go. Let me go back to Micah Parsons and him being hyped, and then we go get into it. Here we go.
Dan wouldn't let me down.
Read the text. What does it say? You want me to read it? Michigan DT, you texted him today at 3:27, and he responded, "I'm all about that life," with 6 exclamations.
Which is saying also, y'all, that they've been in obviously talks about this. You know what I mean? And it was obviously some lobbying going on. Y'all feel me? It was some lobbying. It was obviously some people in the building lobbying for Mazi, right? For their particular reasons. And then He's showing the text of him going back and forth with Dan Quinn. So you got to put that together. You can't let that go over your head. Basically, before the draft, they was basically saying, I'm not going to let you down. So you seeing that Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons, before this dude was even drafted, was having major conversations about Mazi.
You texted him today at 3:27, and he responded.
What time was the draft? 7.
You texted him today at 3:27.
Let me play that again.
You texted him today at 3:27, and he.
The draft was at 7 p.m. Central. And the person that was on Micah Parsons and Dan Quinn's mind was Mazi. Okay? So, you know, because I know, and I'm just letting everybody know, I'm just keeping all the way real. After the draft, it's emotional. It is. The draft is emotional. We fall in love with certain ideas, and then we fall in love sometimes too much with certain ideas that we forget to be flexible and figure out that sometimes it's more than one way to really build your team. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it real. So, but I just wanted to kind of show some of that, and we go keep going because it continually gets better. So listen.
Responded, I'm all about that life, with 6 exclamation points. And then you wrote, please.
6 exclamation marks. 6. So Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons going back and forth talking about Mazi with 6 exclamation marks. You telling me it's not major buy-in on who he is as a player? Let's keep going.
Please.
We about that life.
And my boy is crunk. That boy say, ooh. And I love it because Micah Parsons is a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I love to see players that love this team, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, him and his daddy are Dallas Cowboy fans. So, but check this out. And you can hear it in him. He sound like any one of us. You know what I mean? Just excited for the draft pick. I love that about Micah Parsons. You all right with me, big dog. I just like how OG move, bro. I just like how the bull move, man. You can see his passion for this team and his passion for trying to win. I love it. Like, he looked like any one of us looking through his phone, excited, getting up, pumping his fist. He wasn't Hollywood. He didn't stay in his seat like, hey, I'm on television. Let me keep it together. Let me keep it together. Nah, that boy jumped up. Let's go.
We about that life.
Let's go. All right, here we go.
How do you feel, Mr. Micah Parsons?
No more QB sneak, AJ.
Wait, we ain't gonna let that go by us. We ain't gonna let that. Wait. We ain't go. What you say? No more what?
No more QB sneak, AJ.
No more QB sneak, AJ. Big clue.
No more QB sneak, AJ.
All right, let's talk. All right, so we gonna talk about that. Because this is the good thing about stuff like this. When you see stuff like this, hold on, we got us a super check from my homie Marcus Hardison. He said, I love the fact that coaching staff is allowing players to be a part of the draft recruiting process. Me too, bro. Like, Marcus, I'm just not a part of the angry Dallas Cowboy mob anymore. I'm just not, bro. I've divorced the mob. I've gotten off that, bro. I'm not at all on that at all, bro. I'm sorry. You know, it's a lot of Cowboy fans. They still want to be angry. They mad over it being 26 years. They just, you know, to the point they can't see that things are greatly better right now. To your point, Marcus, players involved, coaches involved. Mike McCarthy himself is way more involved than he even was at Green Bay. Like, I'm not of that crowd that's going to continue to boo-boo and manure on Jerry and Steven when I'm seeing them make changes. And you right, Marcus, we do need a guard. We go talk about that. And we go break that down today, that it was a massive debate on that. And we go get into that today. That's why I said I'm in my investigative mode right now. But I'm just breaking all this stuff down. So let's talk about that QB sneak. Cause I ain't gonna let that go by my head. We talked about this last night. Here we go. This was us last night. Listen.
But watch, time will tell, and we'll see how
Yeah, we go see.
we did on this pick, But
And
shout out to DJ Dale
I
too.
want to say one more thing too, just real
Yeah.
quick. This to me is not a time to hold our head and just declare that this dude
No.
is finna be trash. We go see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gonna see.
I
Yep.
would say this though, and I mean this. Let's be careful not to get so negative, because how many of us have been begging for us to go for a first round DT? Yep. We've
Right.
been hearing that for years.
Yep.
Years.
Yep.
We've been
Right.
saying that
Yep.
for years.
We go address
Right.
You
We
know what I
all
mean?
been saying that.
We all been saying
trenches.
that. The trenches. Yep.
The trench.
We've
Yep.
been saying the trenches.
We all been saying that.
So,
And then when I also think about the fact that what could we not stop versus Philly? This last night.
Run.
QB sneak. Oh.
But
Wait. So at the same time, Michael Parsons was saying, no more QB sneak, AJ.
but just like
QB sneak. Think about the fact that what could we not stop versus Philly? QB sneak.
run.
QB sneak.
But
No more QB sneak. So at the same time, Michael Parsons was saying that, we was having this conversation at the final word.
just like
We
Law
couldn't stop
said,
the third and shorts, could we? Second and shorts, we couldn't stop it. So to me, this is still a Philly pick. Yep. This is about we
was I
going to
crazy?
sure up that mental so much
so
Yeah.
you can't run.
you can't, cause what was
Can't
the
run.
first?
Yep.
Because that's always been ours. Let's
So was I crazy? See, I didn't know Michael Parsons was saying all that when I was saying that. I had no idea. But we just talking football. We just talking football, like just basic football. Like we just was thinking it through together. All of us was thinking it through. We was just with nobody was panicking on the final word. We was all just, let's just go through the pick. Let's break the pick down. Why did this pick make sense? What is this about? You know what I mean? And so, because to me, you gotta look at, and I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm just giving the tea leaves on this. The problem with a lot of us, man, we just look at the player. We don't look at the matchups that we gotta face in the future. What's up, Q? He said, I love Mike kept Jerry in check. I also like that Dan stood on the table for Mazi. I think Bo Hankins and Mazi and Parsons can stop that rugby play. Is that, man, let's talk about the rugby. See, because we've been talking about that rugby on this channel. Like, we've been definitely talking about rugby on this channel. So when I was going against the Philly content creators, y'all remember that. What did I bring out on them boys? Rugby. All that rugby football that they was playing. Let's just talk about it. This play right here, the rugby QB sneak, is what Michael Parsons is talking about. Rugby! Rugby boy. See, I call this rugby. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is rugby. But see, let's be honest. That rugby was a major advantage for Philly. Go ahead, Craig, ask your questions. I'm looking at the chat at the same time. But that rugby they was converting it 90% of the time. Bro, think about that, bro. Like, they could keep a drive alive on third and short 90% of the. If they was in second and short, they basically getting ready to convert that. So if you a team where you going against the number one offensive line, which is Philly, how do you not take this serious? You see what I'm saying? So it's not, see, I think a lot of us, I'm just being honest, we got caught up in the value. He's a second round player and this and that. Actually, and I'm gonna break that down too. That's why I say I want y'all to really hear me out on this, to really explain this as a player. You know what I mean? And I think we go feel a lot of, because I think some of us, and I understand, because I even had a target to try to get him in a second. Let me show y'all that. All right, because I got the Boss Cowboy guide here. This is the good thing also about when you write a book, just to be honest, it's already like you document it. You can't go back on what you said after you publish it. It's out. I can't go against what I said. It's out. I can't turn it back. So this is the thing when I broke down Mazi. First of all, this is the thing about Mazi as we breaking this down even further, right? And just investigating this, right? First of all, he was number 3 on my DT list. Number 3. Number 1 was Jalen. Makes sense. Everybody probably had that. Number 2 was Kansas. Makes sense. I'm pretty sure everybody had that too. Hold on real quick. Let me make sure I can see y'all super chats because I can't see it right now. But I'm just breaking down this rugby football, bro. Y'all give me 1 second. I knew I missed the super chat. It happens all the time. Like I be producing and moving screens around, and sometimes I don't see y'all super chat. My boy Amp said we would be privileged to pass rush often this year. Exactly. My boy Michael Lockhart said we got 50 likes and 184 people in the chat. Yeah, let's get them likes up. I'm gonna let the room fill up though. I'm gonna start fussing at people in a minute. Right now I ain't gonna start fussing at them. But let me go back to what I was sharing on Mazi. All right. So he was number 2. Kansas was number 2 on my list. Number 3 was Mazi. Out of all the DTs. See, that's the benefit when you go on record before it come out. When you go on record and you go ahead and put what's your 3. So since we know this is our 3, let's use our common sense. What really happened during the draft? What happened? Wipe out. We got wiped out. Jalen Carter with not Elp. Cassie with. We was left with what I had on my list, Mazi. So we was caught between, and listen, I can't get away from what I had on my list. It's public now. What did I have as a target? Round 2. I said target him around round 2. But if you wiped out and you still need the best guy available to help you have the vision to stop the rugby, football, to stop the rugby, you got to do what you got to do. See, that's why I don't get too caught up on he was rated 2nd round or 3rd round. Sometimes, hey, bro, you got to get the best dude. See, ain't nobody gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, damn it, you gotta reach. I'm just being honest, bro. Because the same thing happened with our tackles. What happened to the tackles yesterday? What happened to the tackles yesterday? What was we left with? Do I need to hit that button again? Yeah, let's play the button again. Wipe out. Right? We got wiped out. We all knew we wanted Peter, Parrish, Darnell, and Broderick. We was talking about wanting us to be aggressive to move up for those guys. So what's left at 26, y'all? You feel me? It was a wipeout, bruh. So, and then when you go look at what I said, and this ain't about Boss was right. Boss was right. Listen, a lot of us know the Dallas Cowboys in this community. It's a lot of smart content people. You know what I mean? So this ain't about brag on yourself, boss. This is about like just really breaking this down, right? And why I ain't over here panicking over this pick. So here we go. So what I said is real important too in the guide. So hold on real quick. We got us another super chat from one of the OGs, my boy Spot. He said, boss, you always say pay your mortgage or pay your cable bill. Mazi pick is paying your mortgage. Yep. Facts, bro. He said, mortgage for several years to come. This is great. Exactly. You pay your mortgage first, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was like the beginning of C19. Shelves were empty. We got what we get. Man, thank you, bruh. That's it, bro. Like, and see, I don't know why, man, but Cowboy fans, why do we all speak in metaphors? Like, we all talk like we disciples of Jesus Christ, man. Like, everybody, everybody talking parables in the Cowboy Nation. Look at all the parables that come. Boy, I swear, boy, I love this nation, man. It ain't nothing like the Cowboy fans. We are absolutely the best. My boy JL say, boss, the Cowboys are going to get Dalton Kincaid. Thank God. Whoo! Man, thank God. But let me read this. I said, Mazi Smith is a name that has been rising up the draft boards lately. The University of Michigan product has been one of the best defensive tackles in college football since this past year, and many see him as an ideal fit for the Dallas Cowboys defense. Smith offers excellent size and athleticism, allowing him to get off the ball quickly and make plays in the backfield. In addition, his strength and ability to penetrate would be a great asset against the run, and his speed could give him some pass rushing upside, right? The Dallas Cowboys should consider Smith come draft night. He offers a good combination of size, strength, and athleticism that would give them another disruptive presence on the interior defensive line. A downside. See, I ain't gonna listen, y'all. I don't suck up to nobody. I don't even suck up to y'all. Even though y'all help me grow, y'all help me make money. Y'all do all of that, but I still gotta keep it pure and honest on what I see. I'm never gonna change that about me either. I'm not gonna start sucking up to y'all, or I'm not gonna try to give y'all some bubble gum that ain't sweet. I'm just not. I'm gonna give you some. If I give you the bubble gum, it's sweet. All right. So I'm gonna tell you the downside. I'm gonna be honest on the downside. I'm not gonna lie to y'all about this. The downside to Smith is his hustle, motor, and pursuit to the ball. I just being honest. The talent is first roundish. See, that's what I want. See, listen, y'all, and remember, I wrote this before we drafted him. So this ain't hindsight. This is foresight. This is foresight. You know what I'm saying? See, and this is what I want people to focus on. This is what I always said he had first round talent. And matter of fact, I said that he got top 15 talent. I said top 15 talent. It's just, to be honest, he didn't play up to it. But except for big games. That's real, and that's important to know. Because see, when you got a player that can turn it up at will, that can actually go from looking like a third rounder and in a moment he looked like a top 15 guy, you like, ooh. But the reason why the OC banged him a little bit, because see, we look at this as coaches. If he was my athlete, I would be on him. And that's why I said here, he has first round dish, but he plays equal to a third rounder, except for big games. And this is why I emphasize this. This is important. A coach like Rod Marinelli would get the first round talent out of him. That's him. See, don't sleep on that. So for everybody that's saying he was a second round, nah. So you got floor and you got ceiling, right? His ceiling is top 15, y'all. So like, for instance, and I'm being honest, I put 3 stars. That's what I'm saying. I can't get away from what's already public. This is public. My book is public now. Okay? I can't divorce what I already said. It's already out there. I had Ika with 3 stars. I had Mazi with none, but yet I still had Mazi over Ika. Why? Because Ika actually plays with a great motor all the time. But the problem is his upside is not where Mazi's is. So even though Sayaka, if I'm saying his name right, plays with the type of traits I want to see, the guy that had the way bigger upside was Mazi. So and that's why my ranks are already out there. So that's what I'm doing, so everybody can kind of understand really what we got here. You know what I mean? I want people to really understand what we got. So hold on real quick. Let me show you. My boy said, would you double dip at DL? I don't want these balls in the third and fourth with oxygen tanks. That's a good question. It depends on who there. It just depends. Yeah, I'll be willing to double dip. Yes, I would. It just honestly depends on who is there. And that oxygen tank is a real thing that you just brought up, Darren. That's a very, 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 very savvy point by you. You know what I mean? Just kind of keeping a look at what you're doing a good job of is kind of like the risk, you know, personnel risk, and trying to keep us on top of the trenches. And see, let me go ahead and answer this question. That's why I ain't tripping on no damn Smith that went to Philly. Like, where was he go play, bro? Like, for real. That, and I've been telling this, haven't I been saying I had a problem with defensive end in the first? I've been saying that. And like, that's why I wasn't just beating the drum on Will McDonald, because it's like, I like Will McDonald for the future, but I don't like Will McDonald or any defensive end as a primary pick, because when would you go play, bro? We had trouble getting Sam Williams on the field last year, and we adding more? Come on, bro. But guess who is go play now? You know what I'm saying? So when you kind of break it down, yeah, most people had Smith over Mazi. But let's be honest, we really didn't just go with the best player, because every now and then y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. You are not, some of y'all are not gonna want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell you to your face. Every now and then BPA don't make sense. I'm tell you to your face too. Every now and then, some people tell you, you never go need. Now sometimes you do go need, bro. Sometimes. Like, this is not an exact science, bro. This is, you know, it's just what it is. My boy with the super chat, Bob Heck. What's up, man? Bob Heck, the big homie, the big OG, long-time supporter. Man, it's always good to see you, big dog. He said, I like the fact that Mazi acknowledged that he has to get better at pass rushing. He also said that he was never, hold on, let me pull up, required at Michigan to pass rush. Bob, that's why I love you, Bob. That's why you one of the OGs, bro. I mean that too. I mean that. Cause I'm gonna go break that down too. You just ahead of me. That's why I love Cowboy Nation, bro. I love Cowboy Nation because y'all so damn smart. Like I always say, like any one of y'all can do a podcast. Like for real. Like just the knowledge that our fans have. That's why you can't be no chump if you were one of us. If you in this game, you can't be no chump because our fans too smart. My boy Q, what's up, coach? He said Maya, Nolan, and Porter was a luxury. Mazi was a must. See, coach, man, let's oof. Then we got another super chat from the big OG Amp. And he said, boss, no offense, but you had to have been a dope boy in your past life. You break this stuff down way too easy. Bro, nah, I ain't never been a dope boy. But I tell you what, yeah, this is my lane. Investigative is my lane. That's just what I do. It's where I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? So when you really want to kind of get something broken down, this is the channel, you know. And people know that. Like people that been rocking, they know. That's why I'm starting to get a lot of y'all starting to say, boss, break this down, break that down, because y'all know that's my gift. And I think, you know, I really do thank God for it. And it's what I bring to the community, you know. And I know what I do on this. So but I also know a lot of people need this explained, because this is not like just obvious. You got to kind of dig. You got to really dig on this. Now, this is what y'all should be excited about. So we covered the Michael Parsons. Everybody should already see that Michael Parsons was dead on. I was dead on when I was talking about stopping at rugby. You know what I'm saying? So now we are way better at rugby, but now let's get into something that should encourage y'all even more. And this is going to encourage y'all to know that people from CBS was literally seeing it the exact same way we were seeing it on the final word. So I want y'all to listen to this, and we're going to break this all the way down. Here we go. Listen.
With the 26th pick, the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, let me rewind it a little bit. I also have the full link in the description, so y'all make sure to go listen to the full interview. I always recommend that. Hold on, B Bird with the super chat. Let me take my big. Good to see you, Big Bird. Always good to see y'all, man. Like, that's the thing. Y'all family to us, bro. Like, I really mean that. Like, I see y'all. It'd be so funny to see y'all because it'd be like, you know, so many y'all like just a part of the community, man. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me pull up B Bird super chat real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all be patient with your boy. All right, I need to pull up the homie B Bird. Hold on, B Bird. I'm pulling you up now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Ooh, yeah. All right, so I should be able to pull it up now. I'm just flying this plane, y'all. This is the different stuff y'all don't see. It's trust me, this stuff look easy. It's not. I know it look easy. It's not, bro. It's techy as hell. But B Bird said, "Thank you for saying BPA ain't always right. That's really lazy." Exactly, bro. If the Jags had the first pick, they should have took. Should they take a QB? Come on. Exactly. Yeah, and honestly, B Bird, I'm just being honest. I do get sick of kind of like lazy analysis. And sometimes you got to think a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? Just, you know, and that's why I like people that rock over here. Because I don't think this channel is just for just the average Cowboy fan. I think this channel's for Cowboy fans who want to challenge as well as be challenged. You know what I mean? Where, you know, like I notice a lot of y'all are never afraid to go back and forth with me, which I love, because this is a channel where we embrace confrontation healthy, where we'll go back and forth. Y'all see me in the OC big games and law, we do it all the time. We debate, and it be real. Like none about it be fake. It ain't TV. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, B Bird, we do gotta think a lot more. But let me go back to the CBS, because see, this is gonna encourage you. It should encourage you. Like, check this out. I want y'all to hear this. Like, really listen to this. Check this out.
26th pick, the Dallas Cowboys make their first selection of the 2023 draft, and they're going with D-tackle Mazi Smith. It's a rare mixture.
Hold on. Let me fix this. Hold on, I gotta get it to flow a little bit better. Hold on, man. I'm telling you, I be flying planes. It's just that y'all don't see it, but trust me, I be flying the hell out this plane. Here we go. It's gonna work better now. Here we go.
More consistency at the center of the star. Joe Musso alongside our stars. We'll get to them in just a moment, but we go to the big star.
Hold on, I got us another super chat. Hold on real quick. Give me a second too. Address the super chat. But listen, I really want y'all to lock in on the CBS. It's big what they talking about, and we gonna break it all the way down. I'm in my investigative mode. So check this out. He said, I thought free agency addressed need this year, so BPA wouldn't be a major factor in the draft. They lied. Just being honest. That we still had some needs. So for instance, like did we replace Carlos Watkins? You know what I'm saying? No. So low key, we did have a roster need sitting there. It was just kind of silent. It wasn't an obvious one, but yeah, we didn't replace Carlos Watkins. So it wasn't, we tried to set ourselves up as best as possible for BPA, but it wasn't exact, just to be honest with you. But here we go.
Our first and foremost, Pete Prisco joining us here with a grade on Smith.
So that's Pete Prisco right there, okay? And he go talk about his grade on Smith. Let's go through it.
Pete, we saw a quick moment of tape there on Mazi Smith. His good is great, but they're looking to live in that area more often. How do you grade the piece?
Yeah, I love him.
That boy say, I love him. Wait!
One of my favorite players. He's another guy who was on my better than team. He's a
And see, he said he was another guy that's on his better than team. It's the same. See, he talking fast, but you gotta listen. He said better than team. So it's like what I said in my book. he's better than what you see. You know what I mean? Like a top 15 type of talent. That's why he got a list that he called the better than team. Let's keep going.
Our player in the middle of their defense. And look, there are times where his weight has become a problem. I think he is worn down in games. He needs to be more consistent from that standpoint.
And see, didn't we talk about that? Huh? So we talking, and see, this is the beautiful part about this. They having this conversation at the same time we was having a conversation on the final word. They was having this conversation at the exact same time we was saying the exact same thing. We was saying, look like he tires out, look like we see some motor issues. But when you look at the context, right? All of us are saying the same thing in terms of major upside. Keep listening.
But when he's at his best, like he was against Ohio State, he is a...
What game did we bring up? What game did Big Game James and me bring up? Me and Big Game James literally talked about the Ohio State game. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, we literally talked about it. Let me see if I got it right here. Now, I ain't gonna, let me keep going. Let me go with CBS first. Let me keep going.
wrecking ball in the middle of that defense. He can stop the run. I think he's going to be a better pass rusher pushing the pocket than some people think. I don't...
Because I've been hearing a lot of people, he didn't get no pass rush. Where's his pass rush? See, that go back to what Coach Q was talking about. And it goes to what some of y'all also said already. It was also the scheme of Michigan. Listen.
I think he's just going to be a two-down guy. I love this pick for the Cowboys. Give him an A.
All right, sensing a theme here. If you make the better than list, you're getting an A.
No question.
Your team is getting an A.
So this is the thing about his better than list. His better than list got a great track record. That's what they saying. So when he put you on a better than list, that's basically saying you probably finna be a rock star.
Hey, if you make the better than list, Pete Prisco, you go back and look at those from years past, and the man is onto something. There is no doubt about that. Let's go to Ryan Wilson here on Mazi to the Cowboys, a franchise that, I mean, let's be honest, they're perpetually one piece away. Could this, in fact, be the piece, Ryan?
Yeah, Pete, the correlation between Pete's better than team and those A's, that's like Pete Prisco NIL, because those guys are getting paid. That's what's going to happen there. But right, they needed help on the interior defensive line. In my last mock draft that came out, I don't know, 12 hours ago now, I had them taking Kalijah Kancey, who was already off the board. But here's what you have.
So what did he say? I had them taking Kalijah Kancey, who was already off the board. What did I tell y'all happened? What happened? That's what happened. He was already off the board. You know what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes you got to slow some of this stuff down. You know what I mean? You got to slow this. He said I had y'all taking, he had them taking Kansas. Kalijah. Yeah. And he was already off the board.
Having Mazi Smith. He's 323.
Yep.
Pete mentioned the weight issue, and he is an absolute freakish athlete. The problem, it doesn't show up play in and play out, and that's when you want.
What did we say? Huh? See, this is how you know we telling the truth. I don't know these dudes, bro. I don't know these dudes. I ain't never sat down and watched no film with these dudes. But they saying exactly what we were saying on the final word. Almost word for word. Listen.
Now, I had them taking Kalijah Kancey, who was already off the board. But here's what you have in Mazi Smith. He's 323.
Yep.
Pete mentioned the weight issue, and he is an absolute freakish athlete. The problem, it doesn't show up play in and play out, and that's when you want.
The problem, it doesn't show up play in and play out. Let me see if I said something like that in writing. Hold on. It's right here. Did I say? The downside is his hustle mode in pursuit to the ball. The talent is first roundish. I missed the super chat. My bad. Just put your comment back in there, big dog, because I can't chase it. I can't chase it. It's too far gone now. Just put your comment back in the tray, and then I'll address it. I just saw I missed it because you can see I'm looking around. I got to look at y'all comments, then I'm looking at what I'm saying. But look at this. It's crazy. Like, I don't know these dudes, bro. I don't know them from Adam, but we saying the same thing. What's up, Dak? Hold on, man. I'm going to slow down when I see some of my homies from back in the day. Hold on, man. This is my partner from my high school. We played ball together. What's up, boy? See, when them boys call me Slide Boss, they know me. Boys that call me by my own name, they know me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Dak, man? Good to see you in the building, my brother. You know, this is a big time for us, man, so I'm going over this pick. I'm pretty sure you into it because he's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. Man, you know, so he's a red dog. He's a red dog. Man, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. So, but dog, that's exactly what I put in my book. Almost word for word. I don't know them. So that should give you encouragement of what type of player this dude is. Let's keep going. Hold on. Let's just keep going. Y'all give me 1 second. God damn. Hold on, man. I'm messing up. Give me 1 second.
Football, these are just general questions, not specific to my line. In my last mock draft that came out, 12 hours ago now, I had them taking Kalijah Kancey, who's already off the board. But here's what you have in Mazi Smith. He's 323. Yep. Pete mentioned the weight issue, and he is an absolute freakish athlete. The problem, it doesn't show up play in and play out, and that's when you wonder, why not? Does he love football? These are just general questions, not specific to Mazi. Does he love football? There's something else going on. How are we going to handle this? But in Dallas, a team with a culture, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but they win football games. Maybe they have the players around him to keep him laser focused to get the most out of him.
Yeah. Let's stop. Let's pause that. See, because that's the key point of what he said right there. And that's also what we talked about last night. We literally talked about that last night. As they were saying and we were saying the exact same things, didn't have no idea that they was having the exact same conversation across the street. So let's look at what we were saying last night and compare the two. All right, so here we go. So because this is about, because I want to answer people questions. I want people to kind of know who this player is. You're going to know who this player is when we really do a good job of breaking this down. So here we go. I just want to kind of play this real quick. Here we go. I feel like everybody keeping it real. Big kept it real. I kept it real. My problem with him was his motor, not his talent. If he played with a high motor, I would have gave him a top 15 grade.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
That's how good he is. But I just had to keep it real to what I was seeing. It's like, I see the talent. I don't see him playing up to the talent up until big games. Dak, what would we have done if it was a player that was around us at Carter that we knew was a dog and big but wasn't playing up to it? We would have held him accountable. That's exactly what we would have been like, bro, you big, but you not playing like it. And I promise you, we would have told the dude that to his face. We did it every day. We hated that. Just keeping it real. But then let's ask this question. When would you want your player to play good? Big game.
Big games.
And we was talking about that. And when did CBS say that he played good? Big games. And this ain't, he said he turned up on Ohio State. So it's like, which tells you, and I'm being honest, what happens with a lot of these guys sometimes, and I'm giving y'all the whole real picture. We don't know how it feels to know that if you get injured, you could lose millions. I want to pause and say that. That's why I ain't got no music playing right now. We don't know how it feels to know if I get injured, I could lose millions. See, some people, they go play through that. And they go just fly around anyway, fearless. Some dudes gonna be like, man, I ain't finna just lay it all on the line for North Texas when my limbs and my body is worth millions. On this particular game, I'm gonna throttle down. Man, see, I'm telling y'all the truth. See, we look at it like, I want a guy that's always nonstop, always motor never turns off. It's like, well, me too, but then I also can relate with them when you have a dilemma where you looking at players that was worth millions when he was coming out, Y'all remember Jalen Smith? Jalen Smith, I know y'all hate him now, Mr. Swipe. I know you hate him now. But it was a time that Jalen Smith was considered a top 5 linebacker in the draft. And in the bowl game, he hurt his knee and ended up being a second rounder. Lost millions. So when I look at some of these dudes throttle down, I be like, I don't just go into my mode of self-righteousness where, hey, I want a football player that's always non-stop diving. It's like, wait. Put yourself in their shoes, big dog. Put yourself in their shoes. And I saw Bosa do it. Big brother Bosa from Ohio State. I watched him throttle down as a senior. His junior year, he was, whoo! His sophomore year, he was, oh my God, that is top 2. His senior year was. So if you was watching tape and just watched his senior year, you would have missed on Bosa. Let me go back to CBS. Let me turn back on my music. All right, here we go.
D-Law, you look at Parsons, they got some veteran experienced players on the defense that have been playing some pretty good football, so maybe they have a plan in place. But
so let me say something about that too. This is the good thing about Mazi coming to the Dallas Cowboys. Mazi coming to the Dallas Cowboys is great because he coming to a place with good leadership. He coming to a place where bars go hold him accountable. He coming to a place. Do y'all remember Dan Quinn saying in year 2 he didn't even have to coach his guys? Do y'all remember him saying that? They asked Dan Quinn in his second year with the Dallas Cowboys. They asked him, they said, what's the difference? He said, well, this year I don't have to coach the standard. He said, those guys are coaching themselves. So now, because see, remember the Dallas Cowboys 2 years ago was the #1 defense. Last year they was the #2 behind San Fran. So they already have an established culture here. See, I would be concerned about Mazi if he was going to a weak defense. But see, when you come into a strong defense where they know who they are and they know what make them good, you think they gonna let him loaf? No, bro. It ain't gonna be no loafing. It's gonna be all out. That is the standard of our defense, bro. So when you look at, that's why I say don't look at these players in a vacuum. Don't look at them as a seed. You got to look at where that seed is being planted. The Dallas Cowboys is a great soil. It is fantastic soil. If you put good seed into our defense, it's gonna likely give you a good return on your investment. Just keeping it real. Just like offensive tackle or offensive guard. Those are probably the richest soils in our organization. The richest soil where you might have a seed like Mazi to where you're not getting that full upside that you want to see. But if you put that in this ground, then all of a sudden you're getting a top 15 player. Would y'all not want a top 15 player? Let's give you a perfect example of that. What happened last year? Tyler Smith. What happened? As a player, he was this type of player as a seed, right? But then you put him in the ground with Zach Martin around him, with Tyler Smith around him, and then you put another veteran, Peters, around him. And then you put Duke around him. What happened to that seed? See, a lot of people was calling him a reach last year. Guess what he was rated last year by most boards? Most people had Tyler Smith, guess what? Second rounder. Most. And just like this year, we got wiped out. Go look at it. We got wiped out. He was the 5th best tackle. Sitting right there. We could have been like, well, let's go with BPA right here. Nah, we needed to replace Tyron Smith. We went with need right there. But when we put that seed in the ground, guess what the redraft grade was on Tyler Smith? Top 5. So you drafted him at 24, but when you planted that seed into a ground, you got a top 5 return. Come on now. Shimmy with me. Shimmy with me. Come on. See, that's why we can't just always say that. You can't look at these players in a vacuum. You can't. You got to look at where they going. Keeping it real. So, like, for instance, I was looking at Bijan Robinson. I said if he would have went to Philly, I would have called him the Rookie of the Year immediately. I would say, oh, that's the Rookie of the Year right there. Because it wasn't just him. It was where he went. But he went to Atlanta, so I said, bust alert. Now it's a whole wait, boss. Wait, that's Bijan Robinson. No. He got to go to the right team too, dog. You know what I'm saying? He got to go to the right team too. Yeah. See what made Zeke so good? Zeke was a top 4 running back that went to a top 3 offensive line. Zeke probably wouldn't have been what Zeke was if he would have went somewhere else. Just keeping it real, man. Yeah, so Tyler ended up being a top 5 player because you put the right seed into the right ground. Let's keep going. So we just breaking this pick down, you know, and then we go talk about a little bit more because it get even better, y'all. Like, it get even better, you know. Hold on real quick. Because this is the part I like. This is the part I like. The press conference. Let's get into the press conference and we go really break this down. See, if you like this so far, you really finna love this part. Yeah, I'm okay with Tank in the fourth. My boy Tyrone said, "Are you okay with Tank?" Oh yeah, I'll be okay with Tank, no doubt. And a lot of running backs. I love this running back class, so I'm certain we gonna be good on running back. I have no concerns. But here we go. Check this out. Here we go. I want y'all to check this out. Let's start from the beginning of this. And this is, to me, this is so fire. So here we go. Hold on real quick. Let me play this. I'm gonna play the key parts of the press conference, and I have all these links in the description. So y'all make sure y'all go listen to the whole thing. But check this out. We're gonna start from the very beginning. Here we go.
You know, or not a bunch, 2 or 3 guys that were rated the same. And so we had a really good debate over who was the best guy for us. And, you know, mainly between big men, but Mazi obviously brings, you know, an element to our run game, stopping the run, that, you know, other than Hankins, we don't have. So
let's pause right there. My boy Spock said we need to take a like break. All right, so y'all burning me on the likes. All right, so let's get them likes up. All right, let's get the likes up. Take a pause. Oh, damn. Buttons ain't working good right now. Y'all forgive me, man. Oh man, yeah, hit the like. Yeah, let's take a break. Let's hit the like before we get into this press conference stuff. Cause this promotes this, man. If you like this type of information where we breaking this all the way down, you know, cause I know a lot of people not breaking it down like you get on this channel. I'm just being honest. Like, a lot of people don't even have this skill. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking nobody because we all got our strengths and weaknesses. We all do, like, you know. But I know my strength over here, and I think this is a great place to really get good. Oh no, Trey, I don't see your super chat. He said, hold on, Trey? What you saying? He said they got no press. Let me show y'all, bro. Hold on, real quick. I gotta show y'all this, bro, cause all right. Hold on, let me show y'all, cause before I get into this, man, like I want everybody to kind of really see what I be going through with these super chats. So when y'all say boss, where my super chat, right? When y'all say that, this is what I'm looking at, okay? At the same time doing a presentation, at the same time producing. When y'all say boss, you skip the super chat. This is just this show right here at the bottom. That's where y'all super chats be. So I want us to be real efficient together. So I'm gonna talk to how to work together better, okay? If I miss your super chat because I might be in the midst of talking, or I might be in the midst of changing the screen or something, right? And I miss your super chat, to be better together, right? Just say, boss, you missed my super chat. I said this. Because when you say you missed my super chat, this is what you asking me to do. You said in the midst of your presentation, stop what you saying and go find it. You asking me to go back and continue to talk at the same time. That's what you asking me to do. But see, y'all don't know that's what you asking me to do because I make this look easy. But that's what's happening. So if I miss your super chat, help me by just saying I miss your super chat. This is what I said. That's because you asking me to go look for it in the midst of me talking. So then when I'm talking about, especially if I'm transitioning to a new subject, like getting ready to talk about this press conference, I'm starting to, my eyes are looking at my production. I'm not looking. My boy say, Trey say, boss, stop everything you doing and find my super chat. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm cool with that. I had no problems with that. I'm just saying, I'm telling everybody how to help me. You know what I'm saying? Just say that it'll be more efficient if y'all did it that way. Instead of go find it, just say, hey, you missed my super chat. I said this. And I'll be like, okay, let me just address it. And then I can get back into the presentation of what I'm saying. So when you know that, then, you know, you'll have more empathy. Because, see, I don't want none of y'all to ever think I'm ignoring y'all on purpose. Because a lot of times what happens is I just probably didn't even see it. It's already 14 pages of chats already. 14 pages right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Bob. Hold on. The Desmond. Look what Desmond said. So I just put Desmond. The Desmond said. He said, boss, stop everything you're doing and find my super chat. Oops, forgot to send one. Carry on. Facts. People do that too. My super chat. And then I look, I be like, you ain't send one. But anyway, that'll help me out. And I do take y'all super chat serious. I'm not talking down on anybody that get a hard-earned money to these type of channels, man. So I'm definitely not talking down on that. I just talking about how we can work together and be more efficient to keep the presentation smooth. So here we go. Going back to the key things I was talking about, which was the press conference with the Dallas Cowboys. And this is the key thing, okay, is that it was a debate. He talked about it. It was a debate. It was a debate, he said, between two big men. So that also means, yeah, and good question, Trey. Are we go trade up? I want us to. I'm going to talk about that in the end. I'm going to talk about that at the end. But yeah, Trey, I think we should move up. Because remember we talked about the maulers, that the mauler alert, and that I got my top maulers. Because we trying to replace Ronald Leary. You see what I'm saying? And if we trying to replace Ronald Leary, and I said this, I say somewhere we got to get aggressive. It's just what it is. And I'm just being honest. Somewhere we have to get aggressive. My boy Trey with the $2 super chat, he said, appreciate your hard work. Appreciate you too, dog. I'll open up the call lines. I'll open it up. But check this out. We do have to get aggressive. And I said this before the draft. Either you go move up for a Darnell Wright or you go have to move up for a Matthew Bergeron or a Cody Mott. That's what you got to do. Because, see, I'm not panicking because we didn't get Darnell Wright. But allegedly, the debate was between Matthew Bergeron and Mazi. That's allegedly. That's what the reports are right now. And if that's the case, that's a hard debate, bro. Because you had two needs. Two. You had a run-stopping need, and you had a left guard that can make you go to dominance if you get a mauler. And then just like we have to prepare for the arms race and the matchups. We have to. Like, think about the teams we getting ready to face now. Think of what Philly just did with Carter. Don't you think we should take that serious? Yeah. And move up? Yes. See, we not just going against now. What's old boy that went to Philly last year that everybody loved? I can't remember his name. What's his name? What's that sucker name? Jordan Davis. So we going against Jordan Davis and Carter and Smith now. You telling me we ain't got to get super serious about them trenches? Hell yeah, we should move up. Move up. Move up aggressively. And I don't want to hear a peep. I don't want to hear a peep, but they gave away too much. But shut up. No. Are we trying to win the budget war or the Super Bowl? And I already established through this presentation that sometimes you gotta reach. I'm sick of this, man. Come on, let's really think through this stuff, bro. Yeah, sometimes you gotta reach, yes. And guess what? Guess what people would have said yesterday if we would have got Matthew Bergeron? Boss, that's a reach, boss. That's a reach. And I'd have been like, yeah, value-wise it was. Player-wise it wasn't. I'm going to say that again. Value-wise it was. Player-wise it was not. So somewhere, I'm telling you, it was no way to get around the smell of 26. 26 already had a bad smell. I'm just being honest. It was nothing. We was talking about it last night when we was talking about going to the club. All of us been there. All of us. This time I'm gonna make it for the ladies because I always make my analogies for the man. But this time I'm gonna make it for the ladies. Ladies, we all know y'all dealt with a man that had potential, but he wasn't there yet. Right? He's a doctor. He's working on his degree to be a doctor, but he in school and he got a lot of debt. Yeah. See, that's what women go through. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, girl, he fine as wine, but he ain't graduated yet. Yeah, baby, you gotta have a vision for him. And I agree with this, Q. Go get Bergeron now. I absolutely agree. This is the super chat of the damn year. Right there. Go get Bergeron now and Mafi. Yes. Yes. Right now. I don't want to hear nothing about, but Mazi had a 4th round. I don't want to hear nothing about no grades. Screw grades. We need the player. I'm sorry. And then it's only so many out there, man. We already showed you that wipeout is real. Wipeout is a real thing. It's real. Wipeouts happen. And while we over here trying, Mazi, he had a 2nd round grade. I don't care. We needed the player. Let me go back to this press conference. So it sounded like they was debating trenches. They were saying, should we go guard, which we need, or should we go defensive tackle, which we need? They was having a fight, which also says this: our boards is not easy. And you know how they say, we're going to just go with our board. We're going to just go with our board. We're going to go with our board. They were saying that the whole week. We just going to stay true to our board. And then they got to the pick and start fighting. What did Steven say? We just stick with our board. We stick with our board. We're boards. We're disciplined. We stick with our board. And then listen. They got to the board and start fighting. Listen.
You know, or not a bunch, 2 or 3 guys that were rated the same. And so we had a really good debate over who was the best guy for us. And, mainly between big men, but Mazi obviously brings, an element to our run games.
Oh, so I thought y'all stuck to y'all board. I thought it was easy. I thought y'all was just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. And when it got to 26, it was like, oh, yeah, we got Mazi graded above Bergeron. Pick him. Nope. Nope. Yeah. So we just stick with our board. No. It's always contention. It's always differences of opinion. Y'all saw us do it yesterday. Me and the OC went at it over Jones. We went at it, a war. You know what I mean? A war. And I respect the hell out the OC, and he respect me. But every now and then you gonna have 2 people that's gonna see things slightly different on how to solve our problems. You know what I mean? And we gonna fight it out like men. My boy James said, you don't have to get to the quarterback to be a mauler. I watched Mazi all year. What he did to people mad at him made him a mauler. Yeah, I mean, well, Mazi is a left guard, so he not a defensive tackle. So I don't know what you mean by get to the quarterback. I don't. Yeah. I appreciate the super chat, but you might need to. I don't know. I don't get that one. And I just don't get it. Maybe you mistyped it. That happens. But if you want to clarify, I'll take a look at it. But let me go back to this press conference though.
stopping the run that, other than Hankins, we don't have. So we just felt like a great fit for us and, really did something that, makes us a better defense at the end of the day.
So obviously we see it was a fight, all right? But let me kind of go to the high points of this interview. I'm gonna explain it, then I'm gonna talk about what I hope we do today, okay? All right. I love Q, man. Q, you my brother. I swear, Q is my dog. This boy's from my hood too. My boy say, boss, listen to this again. The three might have been Mazi, Bergeron, and DeJuan Jones. Yeah, they was having a fight over them trenches, man. They was having a fight over them trenches, just like we was having a fight over them trenches. Just like, honestly, we still having a fight over them trenches. I'm looking at the chat. I can see the people that's like, we messed up. We should have went offensive line. I get it. I understand you guys too. I do. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mr. Jones? He said, Mazi battled double teams all year. Michigan is my team for 48 years. That's my dog. Yeah, that is your team. I forgot. He said, Mazi tossed dudes around and ate. Man, I forgot. See, this my boy right here, Mr. Johnson. This my boy, man. This is a cool dude. And I forgot Michigan is his team. He followed Michigan like we follow the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And he say, Dan Quinn development can to turn Mazi into Aaron Donald 2.0. See, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's what people, I think, missing, Mr. Johnson. That's what I think people missing is the major upside on Mazi. You know what I mean? That's what people missing. That's what people missing. And that's why I think he beat out these tackles. It's another thing that's going on too with these tackles versus the DT debate. And I put this in the Boss Cowboy Guide. One of the key things you got to look at when you drafting is the depth of the position that you're trying to get. Because if the depth at DT is lean, you get that first. If the depth at guard is better, that's the one you risk. I'm going to say that again. DT was getting wiped out right before our eyes and is already lean. Your guard / tackle class is still a lot sitting there. You will probably need to be aggressive to go get it. But when you trying to build a team, let me get Mazi first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to circle back around and go get my killer left guard tomorrow. What happened with CeeDee Lamb and Diggs? They had equal grades according to the Dallas Cowboys, which is playing out in the league right now, right? Right? Most people will say Diggs and CeeDee Lamb careers are identical. But who was going to go first? CeeDee Lamb. So who did you have to pick? Pick him, risk Diggs. Because guess what? Corner was deeper that year and receiver was being wiped out. What was happening with CeeDee Lamb? We lost first Jerry Jeudy, Ruggs. You know what I mean? And CeeDee Lamb, he was getting ready to be next. Clearly. You know what I mean? So you would have lost him if you would have said, let's go with Diggs because we have a higher grade on Diggs. You would have lost CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? But because you went with, your strategy was smart. They said, all right, strategically, let's get CeeDee Lamb. It's a lot of corners that's rated above Diggs. Somebody probably gonna be dumb and pass on Diggs. We go just sit here and wait. And it worked out. You know what I'm saying? We did that same thing with Sam Williams and Tolbert. They had equal grades on Sam Williams and Tolbert. Equal grades. But Sam Williams wasn't going to make it to the third. Tolbert had a better chance because guess what? The receiver class was what? Deep last year. So they was like, let's get Sam and let's risk Tolbert. You end up getting both. So if the debate yesterday was Mazi versus a Jones or a Bergeron, they made the right choice. Just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of risk and trying to build your team. But I still think they need to be aggressive today. They need, in my opinion, they gonna have to move up. They gonna have to move up. Or they gonna have to reach. If they don't, they gonna end up reaching for somebody. And I'm cool with a reach. That's what I've been telling people. I'm cool with reach. I would get my boy, man, and a lot of y'all gonna be like, boss, hell no, you crazy. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna look you dead in your face and say this, bro. I would get Maffa in the second round, bro. And tell everybody to kiss my hole behind. For real. Because we need a mauler. I don't care, bro. I don't care what y'all gotta say about value. Man, we need a mauler, bro. And I'm not finna let draft nerds make me hesitant to get what my team need. Shit. And then they be wrong a lot anyway. All these, what they had Terrence Steele valued like he didn't even need to be drafted. Go get your guy. Yeah. And see, Trey, I understand. Hold on, let me read this. He say, stay the course, Cowboys. Build a bigger, more physical team. Physical will always. Thank you, coach. And see, I know Trey, because Trey, I get you too. I'm peeping you. My boy Trey say, Moff in a second, I'm going to throw my TV out. I know, because I think, Trey, I'm being honest with you, bro. I think you too caught up on these rankings. I'm just being honest. It's some of y'all, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it's just too, because see, some of these grades don't make sense. I was talking to Okoye yesterday. Me and Okoye was talking about this, just keeping it real. I called him because I was like, hey, dog, they got your boy. They got Mazi, and we was talking. He was like, yeah, boss, I was doing a film breakdown, and I was watching Jalen Carter get whooped by Ohio State. So then I went and said, okay, you know, just doing comparisons, right? He said, let me go look at Mazi versus Ohio State. And then the same team that was giving Carter the business, he over like, Mazi is over here killing them dudes. And then he was like, why are they ranked so far? You see what I'm saying? And that's why Okoye was like, no, I'm bumping Mazi up to the first, because in big games, I'm seeing first round play and top 15 play. But if you too caught up in value, you'll be like, oh, we shouldn't have did it. We shouldn't have did it. I can care less about value. I want the player. See, and this is the thing. I'm on record where I said on record, oh my, no, we ain't gonna do Okoye like that. He said Okoye only watch highlights. No, bro, no. Okoye, no, bro, no. I know Okoye firsthand, bro. That is one of the most thorough dudes in the game. Matter of fact, put it like this. If I'm gonna be all the way transparent, I almost wasn't getting ready to put Mazi in my Boss Cowboy guide. But when I saw Okoye hound him, I said, let me go take another look. Because I know him. You know what I'm saying? I know how he is. You know what I mean? He like me. This is where me and Okoye are brothers. We are never afraid to stand alone. We'll stand alone on what we see. You know what I mean? And when I saw him hound, I said, let me go take a look. And so when I started looking at other games, and I was like, okay, I see what happened. What I saw was that loafing was on teams that really didn't mean nothing. When I saw him in big games, I was like, okay, I see what Okoye talking about. But I still had a concern over that motor. But the player grew on me because of me researching behind my brother Okoye. So this is what I mean on, and this. Listen, y'all, I said with Terrence Steele, and I'm on record saying this, bro. It's documented. It's in the book. I said Terrence Steele was the top 8 sleeper in the entire draft out of 600 candidates. Top 8. And he didn't even get drafted. So I don't care about what these dudes grade these dudes as. I'm looking at what do we need and does that dude fit? And if he fit, yeah, somebody might call it a reach. But hey, fuck him. I'm going to go ahead and get what my team need. Yeah, I did call out his loafing. And I was honest about that. So did CBS. Everybody that really broke him down talked about the loafing that we saw out of Mazi. But I also gave the context that, hear me out, that sometimes, and you got to think about it, put yourselves in their shoes where you playing for millions of dollars. And if you get hurt, you can lose millions. Some of y'all go take some games off. Yeah, and see, yeah, this is a better way to say it right here. Listen, y'all, I don't blame them too. I'm sorry, I cursed. I did. I'm sorry, I did curse. I did. Yeah, but loafing more like playing down. Exactly. See, that's why this is not an exact science. You got to really break these dudes down. Because if we get too stringent, oh, he loafed against North Texas. It was North Texas. It was North Texas. He took that game off. But when it was Ohio State, I was like, so anyway, let me get back into this press conference, because see, this press conference got some juice to it. Some straight up juice. Here we go. Hold on, let me go back to some good parts. Let's get to the good parts. Ooh, I like this. Listen. I got something for y'all. I like this. Here we go. Check this out.
Asked you guys not taking defensive tackles if they didn't have pass rush. What was that put him over the top, and does he have the ability to have some pass rush?
So they was talking about pass rush, right? All right. So my boy Chris, we having a difference of opinion. Let's talk about this. He said, if you love a guy, you pick him around early, but it's stupid as hell and just he had out to pick a dude multiple rounds early because you can still. So let me ask you a question, Chris. Are you smarter than Bill Belichick? You must be smarter than Bill Belichick. Because see, last year, their first round pick had a 3rd and 4th round grade. Just what it is. Sometimes you go get the guy you believe in. I don't care what other people's opinions are about where this guy. And then this is the funniest part, when people start getting kind of too grade happy and grade. You low-key Stephen Jones. When y'all act like that, y'all low-key kind of got the spirit of Stephen Jones, where you getting caught up in what's not even, in my opinion, as important. Because this is the thing. It's people that got a 4th round grade on Maffa. Those same people have about a 40% bust rate in the first round. Why the fuck are we listening to them anyway? Why are we living by rules where the people that's making the rules have a D average? Like, why do we do that? Like, the experts are saying he has are they experts? Are they? Even in the best round where you got the best talent, they only rate 60% of the time. One of the best GMs said, he said, at best, we hit about 57% in the first. So why are we looking at their opinions like, oh, Maffa, oh, that's a Richter. Oh, that's a Richter. No, I believe in Maffa, so I would go get him. So I don't care what they say. I don't care. Like, so if they said Terrence Steele shouldn't have been drafted, well, what y'all saying now? What you saying now since you saw him play? And I was saying it when he was in college. I was calling him my tops. So why do we let other people's opinions bully us? I don't get it. Now, so put it like this, Chris, and I'm not going at you, but it's not stupid to go get your guy. It's not stupid. Because other teams, guess what what was everybody saying the Dallas Cowboys was going to do at 26? Tight end. So why are we listening to them? They mocked tight end to us 80,000 times. And we went with a D tackle. So why are we listening to them? It's like, I'd rather listen to me. I'd rather trust my judgment. Yeah, and I would do Maffa in a second if we get wiped out. I sure would. I'm going to put it like this again because I see a lot of y'all struggling with this. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to move on. If we getting wiped out, I'm going to go reach and get my guy and tell everybody to kiss my hole behind. I sure am, because I know what my team need. So, you know, that's just me. Some of us got a different of opinion, and I'm cool with that because your voice matter. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna let none of y'all say that what I'm saying is stupid, because I know I ain't thinking stupid. My track record is too good to even put stupid with any fucking thing I say. For real. For real. I already know that they only hit 60% of the time, and then we go be held hostage by what the group's saying. The group is saying that he should be here, so let's just kind of sit and wait because we might reach. Oh, somebody also might get your guy that your team needs. So listen, that's just me though. That's just me, okay? Because I'm just telling y'all, pretty much, based on what was sitting at 26, everything was gonna be called a reach anyway. Literally everything. I'm just keeping it real, you know. So. But I don't think like everybody. I'm being honest. I don't go with the crowd. I know the crowd. I just stay with what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because once I figured out that these boys had a 60% hit rate and a 40% bust rate, I'm like, why would I go with them? They making D. What you look like going to school copping off somebody that's making D's? You are a fool. Hey man, I gotta pass this class. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat off your test. This dude is a dumbass. My boy, Rome in the building. See, this is a perfect example. Let me give you a perfect example. Me and Rome was on 30 minutes before the draft. My boy Rome was like tight end. And guess what he said? Mazi, my dog right here, like with a crystal ball. He said, my top sleeper is, I'm over here like, who? Mazi. I said, what? He said, yep. He said, because look, you look at it, if they get Bijan, we gonna have to counter them. I said, you right. People go consider it a reach, but when you battling the NFC, I'm probably gonna be the only person that's gonna tell y'all sometimes you gotta reach, dog. Say ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth like that, but I'm gonna tell you sometimes you gotta reach. Sometimes. Cause Tyler Smith, I'm gonna say this one more time. Tyler Smith last year was graded 66. Right now he's graded top 5. Was that a reach? Or did we get the right player? We got the right player. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about people's opinions, bro. Like my boy Rome, he put his whole nuts, boom, on the line. I'm talking about 300 people watching, and he over here like Mazi. The reach police would have been like, no, the reach police, you're reaching, Rome. Nah, he like, my team need this. Forget your opinion. He let his nuts out. He right. And then he said, my dog, it's about chess, not checkers. He said that right before the draft started. My boy Rome started. Y'all need to go check that out. That boy killed it. That boy said, boss, this chess, not checkers. He said, I think my sleeper is Mazi. I was like, huh? And he said, yeah. And when he explained it, I was like, yeah, I can see that. I wasn't like, it's a reach. He's only valued, according to popular opinion, to be a second rounder. And I had a second round target on him, but I'm not so much in love with my own idea to where I don't listen to my homie. I had a second round target on Mazi, but when my partner made a good case, I took my idea and I put it in the trash. Oh, I thought I was right, but Rome just made more sense. Take this idea that you have and trash it, because your boy just made sense. Just what it is. So I'm telling y'all right now, I told y'all, some point, if we go get that left guard, we gonna have to reach, or we gonna have to move up. I'm telling you. What happened? One more time. What happened with them tackles? What happened? What happened with the tackles? What happened? Wipeout. It was a wipeout, man. And so if it's a wipeout, well, man, I gotta reach. Guess who was also a reach? Fredericks. Guess what Frederick said himself, his grade on himself was? 3rd round. So listen, y'all. If y'all want to be the reach police, go ahead. That's fine. If you want to be the reach police, that's fine. I have no problem with it. I'm just not gonna agree with it. I'm not gonna clown you. I just don't agree with it, and I'm cool with that. Sometimes we just gotta agree to disagree. I still love you. I still respect your opinion. I just don't agree with it. I say go get your guy and tell the whole world kiss your ass. I mean that. For real. I mean that too. Like I don't care about nobody's opinion. Especially when the data, oh my God. Like, especially when our track record is getting players like Bland in the 5th and Donovan Wilson in the 6th. Why would we care about? It's like if my Dallas Cowboys go get any one of these dudes in the second call of reach, I'm gonna say tell everybody to kiss my ass. Just whatever. Man, Will McClay and them done showed that they too cold for me to care about popular opinion. So anyway, I'm done with that. Let me get back to this press conference, because this press conference is dope. I didn't mean to get sidetracked. I just kind of went into a theory that I have, you know what I mean, and why I have it. But I don't apologize, bro. I'm not gonna let the crowd bully me. I'm not gonna let the crowd be like, that was too high. It's like they say that every year, bro. And the same people, they be like, that was too high. They end up being all pros. So like, nah, I ain't letting nobody bully me. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna never happen. I ain't wild like that. All right, let me go back to this though, because it get juicy. Ooh, it get juicy. Here we go.
I think that's correct.
Hold on, let me go back.
Past you guys not taking defense.
On earlier downs, and we think this is an excellent fit for us.
Got it.
Todd Archer with ESPN. In the past, you guys not taking defensive tackles if they didn't have pass rush. What was that put him over the top, and does he have the ability to have some pass rush?
I think that's a correct difference in philosophically. This defense, the way we've got it structured, a key player with that much lead, that much base, that much strength, that much disruption just from that standpoint, as opposed to, let's say, the number of sacks he gets. That kind of thinking, you wouldn't have seen that from us 10 years ago.
Oh, wait. Ooh, wait.
Disruption just from that standpoint, as opposed to, let's say, the number of sacks he gets. That kind of thinking, you wouldn't have seen that from us 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And but this isn't something we thought of on the draft board tonight. It's something that has been in the making for, frankly, well, a couple of years.
Don't let that go over your head, what he just said. Look, y'all, hold on. We are in a new era, and that what's going on, I promise you, I don't think people see it. Hold on, let me play this again, and then watch this. Hold on, here we go. I feel like everybody keeping it real. Big kept it real. I kept it real. My problem with him was his motor, not his talent. If he played with a high motor, I would have gave him a top 15 grade.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
That's how good he is. But I just had to keep it real to what I was seeing. It's like I see the talent. I don't see him playing up to the talent up until big games. But then let's ask this question. When would you want your player to play good? Hold on, that's not the clip. Big games.
Big games.
That's the wrong clip. The clip that I wanted to show y'all was when me and Big was talking, and I was saying, how long have we been begging for a DT? And I was saying, how long have we been begging for a DT? And then when you listen to the press conference, what just actually happened, and I think it went over a lot of people's head, Jerry just basically gave Will McClay as well as Mike McCarthy credit and Dan Quinn for a philosophy change that we as fans been begging for. We've been begging for that. And see, and that's why I'm not with the crybaby stuff right now and the anger over this pick. I'm just not with it. Let me not call it crybaby, because I don't want to insult nobody. That's why I'm not with the over negativity on this. because I'm watching our front office literally change their philosophies right before our eyes on what we all been begging for. And he said himself, Jerry said himself, and I swear I know it went over most people's head. He said 9 years ago, 10 years ago, we wouldn't have made no pick like this in the first. Coach Marv with another super chat, he said, building a physical team, a team built to last. Thank you, Coach. Exactly. And see, I know that went over a lot of people's head that he literally said. People just, that part of the interview, I guarantee people missed. Listen to Jerry. Jerry said 10 years ago, we wouldn't even looked at that. Meaning we didn't even value DT like that. And how many of us been, bro, why do they go with these itty bitty, cheap, super, out the trash DTs? So hold on, but this press conference was fire. Hold on.
With that much lead,
listen,
that much base, that much strength, that much disruption just from that standpoint, as opposed to, let's say, the number of sacks he gets. That kind of thinking, you wouldn't have seen that from us 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And but this isn't something we thought of on the draft board.
This ain't something we ain't think of on the draft board.
Tonight, it's something that has been in the making for, frankly, well, a couple of years.
It's been something that we've been trying to basically upgrade now for a couple of years. So, is it a coincidence that last year all of us was like, we got Jonathan Hankins? We never get dudes like him. How did it work? Let me keep going.
And so because of the structure of this defense and Mike's really philosophy with how we want to handle our complementary football, as he says, this pick became the player and the style of play and the way he plays became more valuable. I'm simply comparing it to if I'd been sitting there 10 years ago.
He said, I'm simply comparing him if I would have been sitting there 10 years ago. See, Jerry. And then see, all right, and this is a good comment right here. See, this is why y'all voice matter. And see, I addressed this. I'm going to address this one more time. He said, Ika would have been sitting there. Say, Ika would have been sitting there from Baylor. He would have been there at 58, right? First of all, we don't know that. That's an assumption. We'll be able to say that after today, if you was right or not. I actually think you're going to be wrong on that. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to go today before 58, but we'll see. He said, my super chat last night after the pick, I said, we are being hard. Let's go. I agree. And then my boy said that Terry Poe only had 5 sacks in 3 years at Memphis. He turned out to be pretty good. Mazi can easily be that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Under Quinn, I absolutely agree with that. So let me just address that soccer thing real quick, because I'm gonna just address this one more time. Because I actually addressed this earlier, but I'm gonna address it one more time. Okay, on my board, okay, on my rank, I had Mazi graded above Ika, right? And this, I got it all right here. Number 3. This is my book. This is my words. It was out before the draft, so I can't take it back. So in my opinion, I'm glad we got the better player out the two. Because and I'm just telling you how I see it, and I'm being honest. My breakdown is right here. Ika, he definitely has a better motor. I gave him 3 stars. You know what I'm saying? But he don't have the upside of Mazi. I gave Mazi no stars. No stars, but still graded him above Ika because of the upside. So it's a good comment, and your voice matter in terms of he would have been there. I mean, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But if it's me, give me the better player. Just me. Give me the guy with the, because see, this is the thing. Ika at his best, it's gonna be a 2nd or 3rd round grade. But Mazi at his best is a top 15 guy. Mazi at his worst is around where Ike is. That's just how I see it, though. I'm not saying you crazy. I'm just giving you the difference on how I view this. And your voice do matter. And sometimes people, we just disagree. And that's cool. That's okay. Sometimes we disagree. But I'm just kind of giving y'all the breakdown. Let me go to another major part of this interview that's fire to me. All right? Because this interview, to me, these interviews are the best part. Oh, my God. Listen to this. Listen to this next part I'm finna cue up. Ooh-wee. Now, check this out. And then we go break this down. I'm gonna break down one more thing. I'm gonna take some calls, and then I'm gonna get prepared for the draft for later on. Because we got another draft show coming, so I gotta prepare that. So I'm gonna take some calls, hear from the family. But check this out. Listen.
Okay, 14.
So hold on. Listen to the grade. Listen to this.
Our team at that point.
Nick Harris, DallasCowboys.com. What were the conversations like with Dan Quinn coming into the draft about Mazi Smith, and how fired up was he about the pick?
Dan and I mean the whole the defensive line. I mean everybody's fired about Mazi. Mazi made a huge impression on all of us. On his 30 visit, and yeah, I mean it's like I said, there was some anticipation on this selection, so everybody's ecstatic. I'm sure.
Don't let that go by you. He said it was some anticipation. So we already showed you that Michael Parsons and Dan Quinn behind the scenes was working on this hard. So when they say it was some anticipation, it was some strong lobby going on for Mazi from the people that we say we trust. So how can Dan Quinn be the person that we say we trust Dan Quinn? I trust Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, he's the greatest. He's Jesus Christ. He's almost a little bit under Jesus. He's right there. You know what I'm saying? He's God, and he want him at 26, but you say you don't. And I do respect everybody's independence, though. You don't gotta agree with Dan Quinn all the time. I'm just saying, I just don't see people saying I trust him and I think he's great and he's so amazing and but then be like he's a fool for this. I think that's just a step too far. But here we go.
We'll have a chance to talk to Dan at some point.
Well, where do we have Mazi on our board? I'm not.
He said, Will, where do we have Mazi on our board? Listen.
I don't give him the damn good board.
He was on the board in a position for us to pick at 26.
Okay, 14. I think he was 13 or 14.
Somewhere in there, yeah, right there.
Right there.
So they had Mazi as a 13 or 14 pick. What did I say that he would be if he played up to his potential? I said top 15. I feel like everybody keeping it real. Big kept it real. I kept it real. My problem with him was his motor, not his talent. If he played with a high motor, I would have gave him a top 15 grade. I don't think they lying, bro. They not lying, bro. Yeah. When they say, yeah. But what this also tells me that the Dallas Cowboys graded him on his ceiling. They didn't grade him on his floor. They graded him on what they expect him to be in their organization. So this is the bet that I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are making. I know that they likely saw the film like we saw the film. You know what I'm saying? To where, man, this dude got amazing upside, but he ain't playing up to it. But this bet is saying, but if you take him and you put him in our environment, we go get that top 15 out this dude. And let me ask you a question. Would y'all be mad if we had a top 15 DT? Put it like this. Would you have been mad if we got Carter? No, you wouldn't. You would be like, yeah, everybody, Super Bowl. But see, we don't trust that they got a plan to try to get that out of him. Everybody would have been, Dallas Cowboys, we got Carter. That's what would have been happening. That's what would have been happening. And they said this dude had a top. Yeah. Now that Will didn't want to say it because, Will like, bro, I don't like Will is smart. He like, I ain't trying to tell my competition nothing. I'm trying to keep everybody done. But keep listening. Keep listening.
You said it don't make it so, right?
What?
Just because you said it don't make it so, right?
Well, I didn't give you the draft board, but he was that high. Yeah. It's 13 or 14. Remember? Man, who gives a shit?
Thank you, Jerry. Jerry said, but Jerry, say it, Jerry, because I feel Jerry on this.
That high. Yeah. It's 13 or 14.
Who gives a shit?
Man, who gives a shit?
Thank you, Jerry. Exactly. Like, man, we got our guy. Shut up. And I feel Jerry on that. I feel him 100%. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear about no value, man. Get out of here. I don't care about that. We had him 15. We graded him on his upside. We feel like in our organization, we go get that out of him. And everybody go be looking and eating crow just like we did with Tyler Smith. Everybody gonna be sitting back eating crow, talking about because it was a massive amount of us that didn't like Tyler Smith, massive, and then we all loved him after we saw him in 3 games. He can play left tackle, he can play guard. This dude, oh my God! But see, none of us really stopped and said, you know what, I was wrong. None of us actually said all that toxic energy that I put on my own team. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of us didn't even get that right. We didn't own that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show the Dallas Cowboy Nation his potential before it happened, so that we can be on the right side of this. You know what I mean? Now, he still got to play with the high motor. I'm not going to give him no pass on that. I still want to see the high motor. I want to see you play like the type 15 guy that you capable of. But I also still see that's in you. You know what I mean? So that's why I say this pick is not as cut and dry as it may seem. You know what I mean? So let me get to one more major part, and then I'm gonna take some calls, and then I'm gonna get up out of here on this interview. I know this is a very long show, but sometimes, bro, when you breaking stuff down on an investigative style, it just take time sometimes, man. It's just what it is. You can't rush this type of stuff. When you really trying to, show the nation maybe how you see it. It don't mean that I'm right, but at least after this, you can kind of at least say, okay, I can see where Boss is thinking the way that he thinking. Maybe you right. Maybe this dude getting ready to be trash, right? Maybe you right. Maybe he go play like a second rounder or a third rounder the rest of his career, and you go be super wise and I'm gonna be super dumb. Maybe that's true. But either way, I just wanted y'all to know where I think and why I think it and why I'm not just kind of hanging myself over this. I'm just like, I actually love it. Where I would have been probably over here kind of sick to my stomach with the bubble guts, I ain't gonna even allow it. I know I would have had the over any one of them tight ends. I would have had the bubble guts. Here we go.
With a couple of rebuttals to that as we were getting. So as we made this pick, we had trades in works.
So I'm finna get to this part. Jay Mitch, that's why you my dog. See, Jay Mitch, you way ahead of me. See, didn't I tell y'all Cowboy Nation the smartest fans in the world? Watch this. I was literally just getting ready to play what my boy Jay Mitch just said. Listen to this.
Will, can you go into detail on just Mazi's traits and his strengths that you see him bring here?
Well, I think we've set up here, Mike's talked, when he's come in here, he's talked about building a bigger, stronger, faster football team. We've continued to do that. And when you look at Mazi, you haven't got teams run the football now as you see things change and you look at our division, a guy that can stop.
So let's go ahead and, because he said it so we can say it, this was a division pick. Didn't that what he just said? When you look at our division. So this is building for the division and it's smart. It's smart. Listen to what he said. And then we gonna keep going though. Listen.
About building a bigger, stronger, faster football team. We've continued to do that. And when you look at Mazi, you haven't got teams run the football now. As you see things change and you look at our division, a guy that can stop that, a guy that can add that value to our defense, as well as I think there's ability for him to be able to rush the passer.
Oh, do we still trust Will McClay? I just want to ask a question. Do we still trust Will? Because I know a lot of us got caught up in them pass rush stats. Because it was another stat that was out there last year. Y'all remember it was a stat on Tyler Smith? What was the stat out on Tyler Smith last year? Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember that stat? I remember. I remember that stat of all them holdings. Yep, I remember that stat. That was a stat everybody focused on, wasn't it? How did that work out? We ended up being okay, didn't we? We put Tyler Smith with Duke. Did we have major holding problems out of him as a rookie?
Oh, hell no!
But what was we hearing last year? Oh my God, the Dallas Cowboys got Tyler Smith and he led the NCAA in holding. Oh my God, we wasted a pick. Oh, we are so stupid. Will McClay is trash. He is.
Oh, hell no!
Will, did you just say that he got some pass rush in him?
Well, I think we've said up here, Mike's talked when he's come in here, he's talked about building a bigger, stronger, faster football team. We've continued to do that. And when you look at Mazi, you haven't got teams run the football now. As you see things change and you look at our division, a guy that can stop that, a guy that can add that value to our defense, as well as I think there's ability for him to be able to rush the passer.
See, this is called having a plan. See, because the OC, he did a good job of just basically saying what he was. He was like, this dude ain't really showing a lot of pass rush. But hey, that's where coaching come in. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, scheme. Watch this, listen.
You watch the Michigan tape, he's playing flat stance, doesn't get after the passer.
My boy Jay Mitch said they mentioned that Mazi played flat stance. Well, he didn't say stance. Played flat at Michigan, then utilized his pass rush potential. Yep. Didn't I say any one of these Cowboy fans can start their own channel? Real. I'm talking about my dog went right where I was going. I'm talking about I was just getting ready to click this button. Listen.
Detail of just Mazi's traits and his strengths that you see him bring here.
Well, I think we've said up here, Mike's talked when he's come in here, he's talked about.
Hold on. J215 Hood, you said Will McClown. Was that a typo or did you really mean to put Will McClown? I need to know that real quick. I need to know.
Building a bigger, stronger, faster football team. We've continued to do that. And when you look at Mazi, you haven't got teams run the football now. As you see things change and you look at our division, a guy that can stop that, a guy that can add that value to our defense, as well as I think there's ability for him to be able to rush the passer. You watch the Michigan tape, he's playing the flat stance, doesn't get after the passer. Well, you change things up, you put him with Dan and AD.
Oh, you see the plan? Huh? They telling you the plan. You change him up, take him out that flat stance, take him out of defense to where he feeding the defensive ends. Put him in a defense to where we can feed you.
There's ability for him to be able to rush the passer. You watch the Michigan tape, he's playing the flat stance, doesn't get after the passer. Well, you change things up, you put him with Dan and AD, and within our defense, not only can he stop the run, but we feel like there's upside in rushing the passer as well, and being a disruptor.
So when he said upside, and yeah, that was Aiden Dirty. Aiden Dirty is the defensive line coach. That's who he was referencing. So he was also being honest that the pass rush is not there, but the upside is. But he also was saying that the scheme did not favor pass rush out of Michigan with the flat stance. I ain't heard the interview yet with the draft show. I'm gonna go listen to it though. I'm gonna go listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff coming in so fast, common sense. It's just, after the draft, it's so much to break down, but I appreciate it, common sense. You always keep your butt tight. But let me go back to this real quick.
after the passer. Well, you change things up. You put him with Dan and AD, and within our defense, not only can he stop the run, but we feel like there's upside in rushing the passer as well, and being a disruptive force.
How much did you consider the tight ends? I know Porter and Meyer.
I don't even want to hear about that. All right, so he was talking about tight end right there. So I'm gonna just conclude my thoughts before I take these calls. So these are my thoughts on this whole situation. All right, I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. If you grade the tape at how he played altogether, I would agree with my brother, Mr. Johnson, to where you saw him play down the competition. But if you look at his upside, we have a potential top 15 defensive tackle. And this is what this means, to be all the way honest. This means that we have a chance to have an instant impact defensive tackle. Because I've always said this. A lot of y'all been following me for a while. Y'all heard me say this 1,000 times. That I'm generally not for picking defensive tackles to be heroes unless they are top 15 types of talent. How many times have y'all heard me say that? Well, maybe some of y'all have never heard me say that, but I say that all the time. And I say the only people, and I've always said this, I say there's only one group that has the ability to be impact, and is usually your top 15 types of talent. So in this particular situation, Mazi is that dude. He is that dude with the upside to truly come in and be literally instant impact, to where we can erase the general rule of having to wait 3 years to get some quality out of him. He is that freakish. He bench pressed 225 34 times. That is crazy. He is 323. Michael Lockhart, you shot him. Hold on, man. Hold on. Michael Lockhart shot him. Wait. Why you shoot him, bro? Mike, he might have mistyped it. That's why I asked him. I said, bro, did you mistype what you said about Will McClay? Yeah. But hey, listen, y'all better act right up here. We got shooters. We got shooters. We got shooters. These balls will shoot you. But conclude what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation, we did good. Okay. Now, this guy will likely have to be managed. Okay. Or he was playing down to his competition. I'm very comfortable in saying that. Why? Because when the games was on the line, you saw the first round talent. You saw the top 15 talent. But in other games that didn't mean as much as where they obviously had those games under control, the big OG throttled down. Just like CBS said, he looked like sometimes that he would gas out. Just keeping it real. So I'm going to give you the good as well as the bad, but I do like the soil that the seed is getting planted in. Just being all the way honest. I think the seed is rich, and I think the soil is even richer. So when you add both of those together, I think I'm going to put it like this. This has Tyler Smith-ish potential. And that's epic. Where we got Tyler Smith at 24, after the season, they had to do a redraft, and they said, actually, we got it wrong. This was top 5 talent. I think we seeing the same thing potentially with Mazi. Just being all the way honest. His upside is going to be the key, and his coaching is going to be the key. That's why I said in the Boss Cowboy Guide, a Rod Marinelli would get that first round talent out of him. So the challenge is going to be on Aiden Dirty, his coach. You can't coddle this guy. You can't be nice to this guy. You can't suck up to this guy. More than likely, you're going to have to be a jerk to this guy, and you're going to have to push him and 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 push him, more so because you're trying to get the best out of him. You know what I mean? That's what I see with him, and I just want it to be all the way clear so that, I can address some of the concerns that might be out there with the Cowboy Nation. And when it comes down to him, You know, but it's gonna come down to Aiden. It's gonna come down to Aiden. It's gonna come down to Dan Quinn. It's gonna come down to the leadership. It's gonna come down to Curse, Michael Parsons. This is gonna be a community project, y'all. This is gonna be a community project. As a community, all the leaders within the Dallas Cowboys, the Dan Quinns, the Aiden Dirties, the Michael Parsons, all them dudes will have to get together to get that out of him. D-Law, good, Bob, exactly. D-Law, like all of them dudes gonna have to step up and teach this young bull the standard. It ain't no loafing on our field. It ain't no such thing as jogging on our field. It's no such thing as not going 110% when you on my field. But if you don't think that we have the environment for that, where you been? Like, real talk. If you don't think we got the environment to handle a guy that got the talent but might not play up to it all the time, honestly, where have you been? Mike, I'm going to say this one more time, bro. Dan Quinn, they asked him what was the biggest difference between year one with that young defense and year two. He said, I don't have to coach the standard. He said, that's the biggest difference. They coach themselves. I don't coach the standard. I don't tell people, pick it up, hustle, run. I don't do all that no more. Because guess why? Michael Parsons out there. Pick it up, run. It's Tank out there. Man, you loafing. That's not how we do things out here. That's the Dallas Cowboys defense if you know how to read the tea leaves. If you know how to read them tea leaves, them Michael Parsons and them, and this is the thing, Michael Parsons going into year 3, that is a big boy. He is now officially a vet in the room. He go hold it, and then Michael Parsons publicly co-sign this dude. You think Michael Parsons go make his name look bad? Michael Parsons go take it personally to make sure that this dude is ready to go. I'm just telling you how it worked. And that's how it's gonna work. So if you ask Boss Cowboy, am I worried about this guy being a reach? I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, hell no.
I'm cool. I'm chilling. Let's take some calls, man. Let's get on the phones. Let's get it, my people. Let's get on these phones. All right, so I got the call lines open. Let me see if I can show this real quick. And we go real quick. Let me open up my phone real quick. We're gonna take us some calls. Oh man. Thank y'all too, man. I know this is a very long breakdown, but when I get into this mode, of researching and breaking this stuff down, it's not gonna be fast, but I think you're gonna have a lot of understanding when we out of it. What's up, Pastor?
What's up, boss man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing so good, Pastor. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Listening to what you're saying, man. And, I know that sometimes people have a tendency, just as a pastor and as a leader, people that you lead have a tendency to overreact. And I think that that's what a lot of the fans are doing right now, not understanding how premium a pick this is.
Yeah.
Of course, I wanted Donnell Wright, but, Chicago got him.
They got him.
And I can't even tell you a lie. I wanted Jameer Gibbs, but I wouldn't want him in the first round.
Yeah.
But I think about when you lead people, it's about culture, and that's what you're saying.
Yes.
The culture of this team has been established.
Yep.
And so culture eats strategy and everything else for lunch. I forgot who said that. So now that the culture is established, the expectation is already there. So now it just comes down to execution, man.
Yep.
To be honest with you, the culture, right? It does matter who you put on the field. I don't want to be nonchalant because you do need players.
You need talent.
But let's look at it like this, man. We got the talent finding Will McClay.
Yep.
We still got 6 other rounds in the draft.
Yep.
And let's not forget, man, we was a bad at pass and 1 injury away from being in the NFC Championship.
Right.
Tony Pollard don't get hurt. Trayvon Diggs knocked down that pass from Kittle. Or, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, he catch that interception down in the red zone that slipped through his hands. We having a different conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what we already had in place. Now we're beefing that up.
Yep.
Because Mazi is a dog. 34 bench press, 225, 34 times.
Freak.
The strongest person at the draft. At the combine, rather.
Yeah.
Is doing that. So he's going to do his thing there. We still got other ways to draft. But our culture is already set, man.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what Philly does.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll say 2 things and I'll let you go, man.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter is a dog. I like Jalen Carter. I can't hate on his talent. But I just want y'all to go back and look at that playoff game against Ohio State. What did he do?
Smash.
Because C.J. Stroud had his day.
Yep.
Please just look at premium talent. C.J. Stroud had his day, and had not Marvin Harrison Jr. get hurt, Georgia ain't even in the national championship game.
Yep.
Because Ohio State was running there. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want people to see is go back and look at the other game. I want you to see what Mazi Smith did to Steve Avila. Because I saw some clips on YouTube with Mazi going against them. Go back and watch that, bro.
He put him on skates.
Go back and watch. Bro, he was putting everybody on skates.
Yep.
Michigan lost that game because the turnovers are being too aggressive. TCU ain't just killed them.
Nah.
Michigan had that game won. The Harbaugh got too cute, man. But go watch the tape. Go watch the tape. Just go watch the tape and see what he was doing.
Yeah.
So we good, man. It's just a matter of how wise we want to be with how wise we want to be in the second round. In the third round, if we want to be aggressive and go up, of course, I would love to have a tight end, but we don't need to be aggressive for it.
Nope.
It is what it is. I want us to be aggressive for offensive linemen. Let's show up the trenches and make sure we're good there, because running backs are going to be there, and this one we trust Will. Yeah, let's trust Will McClay, man. We're going, like you said, we're going to find us another Deron Bland in there somewhere.
Yeah,
we're going to find us an Izzy, and don't forget, we still got.
Oh, I accidentally hung up. Hold on. Let me get him back. My bad.
4 8 4 9 5.
Hold on, y'all. I apologize. This what happened. Sorry, Pastor. I accidentally hung up.
I don't know what happened, man. It's all good.
It was me. I was multitasking and hit the wrong button. But go ahead.
No, bro. Man, we all human in this technology. Ain't no trouble. It's cool. God is gracious. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So we good.
God
But nah,
gracious,
man, like,
you gracious, not everybody.
well, that's true. But we extend grace where we can, man. But it's just a phone call. Let's put it stuff in, and that's, I guess, the perfect example. I'm not overreacting. Stuff happens.
Me too.
I just want a Cowboy Nation not to overreact, man. It doesn't matter where he was on the board. This is a solid pick, a solid player. I think it was a wise decision. I believe, like you, again, our culture has shifted, and now it just comes down to execution, which has to do with coaching, man. And I think that we're in the right place. We'll just, let us not forget we got Gilmore and Cooks. We already made some moves.
Yeah.
So like, let's put everything in this proper perspective, and not get so hung up, because when you listen to the 4 and 3-letter networks, they're all about hype, because they gotta sell viewers so they can get ad revenue. It's a business too.
That's a business.
So let's not forget about that, man. When it comes down to pure football, let's look at the trenches, man. And Philly's doing a good job, man. Harry Rosen is doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
But Will McClay ain't done yet.
No.
Will McClay ain't finished yet, man.
And we better.
We ain't finished.
We better.
And he did his thing last year, and we still smoked them.
We sure
And
did.
we almost smoked them in Philly. We just, just a couple of things. But the thing that they got us on that one drive, that 8-minute drive, was what? Running the ball. That's what we just fixed. So let's go. Let's go, Philly.
Let's go.
Let's see what they're gonna do.
Let's see.
That's all.
Yeah, they got to catch up to us. Appreciate it, Pastor.
Yeah, always, man. Not a problem, man. Be blessed, brother.
You too. All right, I see y'all asking for the call-in number. Pastor always go hard, man. I appreciate the knowledge that come from y'all, and Pastor he always do his thing. The number is 210-940-9064. 210-940-9064. And after the draft, I'm gonna set it up to where I'm gonna be able to have a call queue. So when you call in, it's gonna be basically wait. You know what I mean? And then I get to all the calls that called in first. Because I know sometimes my phone system frustrates some of y'all. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be better. Just be patient. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Yo, boss.
Yo.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You sound great.
All right, thank you, brother. Hey, just real quick, before we get into this draft pick and what's going on, I was the one that probably midway through the season.
I remember you. I remember your voice. You called in cussing.
Yeah.
I remember you.
Oh yeah, bro. Because I get angry. I'm sorry. That's my own thing. Yeah. However, I also put a text, and you adopted my text and this is how I do the season. I put, you're the detective of the Cowboys community.
Yeah,
and you put
I
that thing
did.
up on your wall. You said, yeah.
I did. That's me.
Man, that was me, bro. And that's my little cat.
Yeah,
that
no,
little
that's you.
picture That you
That's
put,
you.
You posted, you posted it.
You
bro.
coined me the
It's a-
detective. You did. Like, you say I'm the detective of the
yes,
Cowboys.
sir.
That's
Because-
me. That is. Yeah.
Dude, just give me 2 or 3 minutes, and I can break this down for you, and then we can go to the draft.
You got it.
The reason why you're the first of all these people, I'm talking about everyone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happened. We're seeing all this stuff happen with Jerry Jones and Garrett and Jimmy Johnson. We're seeing all this stuff happen, all this dumb stuff. But what happened towards the end of the end of Mike McCarthy's second year, once they got rid of Amari Cooper, you remember you started playing those videos of Mike McCarthy at the Rich Eisen talking about, I know how to run this show.
Yeah.
I know how to run this show, right?
Yeah.
You were doing all that. You started that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, this guy, he's kind of starting to put together some stuff. And you're the one putting together these 2 or 3 hour shows.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in America, what do people do not like?
Long shows.
They don't like a lot of information.
They don't.
People want 10 minutes.
That's true.
15 minutes. But you kept putting together these long shows, and I was realizing, oh my God, you're compiling all this evidence of Mike McCarthy saying he knows how to run this show if he has the chance.
Yeah.
You were compiling all that, all those little remarks he was making along the way.
Yep.
That was, and dude, that is so relevant to this right now.
Yeah.
Because what's happening, I feel like right now, we're seeing a synergy of Mike McCarthy, Will McClay, and Dan Quinn.
That's what's happening. Yep. The Kings.
Exactly.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No. I'm just co-signing what you're saying. Go ahead.
We finally have 3 adult minds, 3 adult football minds.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Yes. This is perfect.
Finally.
Yes. You got 3 adult minds. Yes. Keep going. Keep going.
That's what we finally got, brother. It took Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett was not in a fully formed adult football mind.
No. Right.
I'm sorry. No, he was not.
He wasn't.
Rod Marinelli was, but
he was new.
Jason Garrett was not.
Yeah.
We finally have a combination of all these minds to kind of push the Joneses.
Yes.
Yeah, you can talk, Joneses. Come on in. Hey, Jerry Jones. Hey, come on in. No, you can come on in, but we're not really listening to you. We're not really listening to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
You understand?
What?
We got 3 grown men in the room finally.
We do. Ooh, this is a good.
That's how you see this pick.
Yup.
You know the stat, right? This is the first BT in the first round since Russell Maryland, right?
Yes.
91?
Yes, I do.
That's the stat.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel so good about it. Dude, I was so bummed out last night when you, Law, and OC and Big Game James, and at first, OC was like, nah, this is not going to work out. Well, no, he wasn't saying that. He was kind of saying maybe.
Yeah.
But then as the show went on, Big Game James kind of, he's like, hell no, I'm starting to like this.
Me
That's
too.
the way I feel, bro.
Yes,
this
I
is something new.
Yeah, this
for
is new.
us.
For us.
As
Well
Cowboys
said.
fans.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yep. It's new.
And the way I feel about it is we finally have Will McClay. We have a grown man in McCarthy who you played all those clips of him saying what? I know how to play football. I know how to fucking run teams.
Yep.
But I'm at this Jones's team and they're doing clown stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have Dan Quinn. Just let them run the show.
Yep.
That's why I think this can be so good, dude. He doesn't. This guy Mazi. He doesn't have to play outstanding, ridiculously outstanding. It's for sure. He's going to learn under Hankins, and it's going to be cool, dude. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Like, we're in a good spot, bro.
He might go crazy, cause at least this he ain't gonna have to be no hero in this defense. He gonna just need to be fresh. If you get your 15 snaps a game, I need all 15 to be balls out. You know what I mean? As long as we get that out, man, he might go super crazy. Or like you said, he go be all right. He go sit in the wings behind Hankins, behind Bohanna, who going into year 3.
Yes.
And Bohanna going into
Yeah.
year 3 is where most D tackles turn the corner. But unless you're a freak like Mazi, you know what I'm saying? The Mazis can be instants. They can come out the gate. Wow. But the traditional DT take about 3 years. So the fact that Bohanna's in year 3, you right. We are literally sitting in a position where we can sit back. We can chill. Real talk. And not rush him. He go play, but we ain't gotta panic.
Exactly. And the thing is, come on, dude. Dan Quinn, we trust him like, what, 90, 85, 90%? I trust Dan Quinn to work with this dude. Okay, so I listened to...
Oh, yeah.
After he said, Mazi said his Michigan was one thing. Because people are like, oh, why does he have sacks? Mazi, he answered the question. He said his focus was to stop the run, and then he literally said it's because that's what I needed to do to help my team win, and I'll do what it takes to help my team win. He's saying he's a team player. He's saying, you asked me to do what I got to do, he's going to do it. Yep. Come on, bro. Like listen to these dudes.
Yeah.
And you know, another thing, he's got a little bit of attitude, like Tyler Smith last year. If I'm not sure if you know, but 105, 13 in the ticket, bro, they were dogging him. And when Tyler came in on his first interview, he was like dogging them boys on 13-10 in the ticket. He was giving them the business. So he's got that attitude. Mazi has that attitude. And people can be angry about us giving up the run, right? And then, like, we draft a guy to stop the run, and you're still mad. Like, why?
Yeah.
How?
To be honest, man,
How?
some Cowboy fans
All right, brother.
will always be mad. Man, appreciate the call, man. Good call.
I love you, dude. Hey, wait. Love you. You're handling business. You're fucking handling business. I want to say something. I gotta say this part before I get off.
Don't cuss. Only I can cuss.
No. All right. I love you because you compile a gang of different, like, you're the guy in that room, and you're gathering all this information. Like, he said this back in 2015, and he said this back in 2018, and then, like, we see this film in 2019. Like, that's what's good, because that's what it takes to realize.
Yeah.
You have to put the full picture together, brother.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man.
All
You
right,
did a good job of breaking down my channel. What's your name?
Spock.
Oh, that's Spock. Okay. Yeah. Spock. Hell yeah, bro! I got you, Spock. Next time you call, because I know your voice. Now I got the thumbnail in your voice. Yeah, I got you now.
Normally I'm mad. Normally
you
right.
very mad, but today you was cool, man, and you did a good plug of the channel, bro. All right, brother.
All right, brother.
All right, man. That was a fantastic breakdown of exactly what I do. That was a fantastic value breakdown. What's up, Q? Hold on.
What's up, boss?
What's going on, my brother? This is one of my good friends from my Metroplex, an Oak Cliff legend, man. Somebody who played with my rival school, played center. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts. What's your thoughts, Big Dog?
No, I've been thinking. I've been blind to the Cowboys draft. When we had Garrett, there was more of a floor team, and since we've had McCarthy, they've been more of a ceiling team. If you kind of go back, look at 2016. When we picked Zeke over the cornerback was a ceiling guy. So he gave Justin Garrett his guy. In the second round, we picked Mazi Smith. That was a ceiling guy. But since McCarthy has been here, we've been picking ceiling guys. One, because we're in the back of the round.
Yep.
And so if you're trying to get the most value, you have to get a ceiling guy.
Yeah.
Now, people might say, well, floor guy, guess what team is a floor? There's a reason why these two teams have been the best drafting teams, are floor guys.
Yeah.
Look at their picks.
Yeah.
They don't take chances. Cowboys take a chance.
Yeah.
Now, you might say, well, will you miss? Yeah, we missed on Boss Man, but the philosophy was right. He was ceiling guy.
Where
everybody wanted the other guy they went to San Diego, who was a floor guy.
Yeah. Ooh, we are.
Now you think about Brian.
I didn't even think of that.
Brian is doing well because he's a ceiling guy.
You right, boy. We are a ceiling.
Brian is a ceiling guy. Yes, and if you think about the CB Lamb draft,
ceiling.
CD was a ceiling guy.
Yep.
People might say, well,
Diggs was a ceiling guy.
Yep. Diggs is ceiling. Yes. Smith is a ceiling guy. When you look at who
Tyler Smith, ceiling guy.
Is it?
Tyler Smith was a ceiling guy.
Ceiling guy.
Damn, you right. That is the secret sauce.
And so, like, when you kind of think about it, Mazi is a ceiling guy.
He is.
So going into today, I had to change my thought process. Avila is not a pick. Why? Because Avila is a floor guy. It's not that he's a bad player. He's a floor guy.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Can you take a pause real quick? Because I just gotta digest this and clap it up. That's why I love these calls. Oh my God. Go ahead.
You have to change the thought process. We have to change the thought process.
Hold on.
If you think the Cowboys going to draft a floor guy, you're wrong.
Hold on real quick. We got a good question. This dude named Gage said, what is a ceiling guy? So a ceiling guy is basically where you have a high upside that you probably haven't reached yet. But when the Dallas Cowboys pick you, they basically saying we betting to get you up to that. You know what I mean? But a floor guy is basically like you are around as good as you go get. You know what I'm saying? And if we get you, you're pretty much at your wall. So I was saying that, let me just explain this real quick, because that's a good question, because I'm glad y'all ask questions, because this is a safe place to ask questions. We ain't go joke or troll nobody because they asked a question. But let me just show you. I was talking about that in my example that I was saying between, let me pull it up real quick. Give me a second, Coach. I just want to explain it, then I want to hear you out some more.
You're on it.
So
show me your book, because I think you explained it right with Ika and Mazi in your book.
It was in the book with Ika and Mazi where I explained it. I actually had 3 stars by Ika because he already played with a high motor. He has good size.
Yep,
you know.
little guy.
Yeah, but he's as high as he go get. You know what I mean? Now he would make a difference. He would be a floor guy, but if you want to do with a higher upside, Mazi is that guy. That's why I graded Mazi actually over him, even though I liked how Ika played. He played more consistent to me. So hopefully I explained it. Did I explain it okay, Coach?
Boss, your top 3 D tackles are all ceiling guys.
Yeah. That's true.
Your top 3 D tackles are all ceiling guys.
That's true. They are all ceiling guys where they still got good. Yeah, that's a good analysis right there. Super good analysis. I'm gonna steal that from you, Coach. So every now and then I'm gonna give you credit. I might forget to give you credit, but I'm gonna tell everybody where I got it from, man, because that's a very good observation of our draft strategy. Y'all clap it up for Coach.
I didn't think about this, boss, but your thought process. If you bring up your old linemen that you still have left on the board, all your guys that you say are maulers, those guys are ceiling guys. They aren't my mauler list, Coach. That's why, boss, you don't care for Avila because you're a ceiling guy.
Yeah, I am a ceiling guy. I didn't even, bro. Oh my God, dog. How did this dude break me down? I am a ceiling guy. I never even looked at me like that, but you're right. I am a ceiling guy all day.
So, dude, I'm telling you, like, so today, guys, like, if the Cowboys get Bergeron, Mock, or Broker, or Mazi, it's because the Cowboys are ceiling guys.
Yeah. And I like the ceiling
and
strategy.
So in my mind,
go ahead.
Yeah. And so in my mind, like you said, if they get Mazi, I understand why. Because they're a ceiling guy.
You're a ceiling, yeah. And what a ceiling, a team that's betting on ceiling is also betting on coaching.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They saying we go take you where you are and we go take you higher. Yeah, right. Great observation, Coach. What else you got?
And I'm telling you right now, in this draft, the Cowboys are going to double dip. Voorhees is a Cowboy special. Why? He's ceiling and he hurt. Cowboys love stashing ceiling guys.
Okay, hold on. Let's slow down and then explain Voorhees, because everybody not draft heads, so let's slow that down. So Andrew Voorhees is out of USC. I graded him 7 only because of his ACL injury that he just suffered.
Right? I'm telling you, he would have been a first or second round pick, straight up.
Yeah, I had him easily second round, easily, and a pure mauler. You know what I mean? A pure mauler. Like,
yes.
So literally the only reason I have him 7 on my list is because of his recent injury with his ACL. That's it. If it was not for that, he would have likely been 3 or 2. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you right now, they are going to draft Voorhees because he's going to be Martin's replacement.
I love it. Ooh, I would love the strategy too. Get him.
I'm telling you, because they can draft him,
move him to the side.
Yes.
Ooh, boy, you are talking that good talk right now. I love that thought. I don't like the thought. I love the thought. Ooh. Y'all clapping up for Coach. What else you got, Coach? You cooking, man. You cooking the baby. Damn.
Yeah. And then, don't be surprised if that safety Ricks is there, because you like Ricks too. Cowboys or who? Ceiling guys. So whoever is sitting there at 58, you have to see, okay, we have a need. Is one of our ceiling guys at guard there?
Yeah.
If not, DB. If one of our DB I'm sitting there, if he is, I'm not sure who's these guys cannot draft. But Porter is a ceiling guy. So you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. So whoever's sitting at 58, you have to go look at your board and say, okay, how many ceiling guys do I have left?
Yeah.
Do I have a ceiling guy sitting there at guard?
I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna focus on ceiling guys like I've never did today.
I'm telling you.
Oh, hold on, wait. What's this? Somebody say Votrade. What's that? What is that? Somebody say Votrade. What is that? I'm seeing a lot of people say Votrade. What's that? What's that? What is that? Somebody's playing, because there's a lot of people coming to the channel saying Votrade. Say Voch sent me. I would have came anyway. Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, Voch. I think he went live. He must have been sending them to you, boss.
Oh, that's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Boys coming here saying Votrade. I'm like, what's that? Like, so Voch said some people over here to show. He must have showed love on his channel. That's what it is. The boy said Voch sent me. Boy, this is powerful. These dudes is over here too. Damn. Like about 15 people just jumped in and talking about Votrade. Boy, Voch got pulled. Lord have mercy. I thought I had some shooters. That dude must got him some super shooters. Damn.
Going to today, boss. I'm telling you, if they get a mauler at the second round and they get a running back that is a ceiling guy, because I think for you, is the UCLA running back your ceiling guy? I forget who your running back is for ceiling.
Yeah, that's damn, bro. I know who that's Cowboy.
Zach, I think his name is Zach something.
Charbonnet. Yeah.
Yep. So if they get a O-line
real quick,
running back, I'm good.
Real quick, I want to pause something.
Okay.
Shout out to Voch. just real quick, and all the Voch Raiders,
Yes, sir.
welcome. You know what I'm saying? That's big of him to shoot people in a direction that is way, and it's big of y'all to come over here. That because I was like, what is this? These Voch Ray. What is this? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Am I under attack? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
But now, man, shout out to Voch, you know, for that, and shout out to you guys for coming in the building. And this is a good place. This is a safe place. This is a place to where I don't always agree with everybody that's in the chat. Sometimes I fight the whole chat. At my line Q, I will fight everybody.
No, you're not lying.
But
Yes,
at
you
the
will.
same time, you know, I'm going to always try to put ideas out there that I believe is best for us, whether the crowd agree or not. I'm going to stand flat-footed on what I believe. But go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just saying, you know, for the Cowboys fans, the perfect draft for us would be to go ahead and get our Marlin guard and get our running back. If we do that, we would have solidified every hole that we have.
Facts.
Period.
This Voch rate is crazy. I'm trying to continue, man, but it's like 50 more people that came here talking about Voch rate. What the fuck going on? Man, this dude Voch got pulled like that. This Voch rate thing is real.
And guys, everybody came in, make sure you hit that like button. Yeah, I have to channel so much.
All right, let me get back to football, y'all, because y'all let me stay, because my boy Coach is cooking right now. I'm over here learning from Coach. I'm sitting back chilling. You know what I'm saying? Learn from Coach. Let's keep going, Coach. Let's keep giving them this business. What you got?
No. So it's two things. Like, I would love for them to, like I said, get a O-lineman in the second round, a running back in the third round. But this could happen to us too, because for some reason, these defensive players keep dropping to us, boss. I know it's a linebacker that you love.
Yeah.
I know it's a QB that you love.
Yeah.
But you guys keep dropping. Sometimes you have to take them. Why? We have a cornerback that's due $20 million next year. So if you can find a starting cornerback, you pick them.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We need another, like you say, we need another DN, because why? We losing a DN. So Cowboy Nation, don't get upset if we pick up a cornerback and DN today instead of an O-line and a running back, because you can pick up a good another model, because it's deep in the fourth. So as one Cowboy Nation, don't go crazy if they just know they pick a cornerback that's telling Diggs, hey, we love you.
Man,
but we're going to go in a different direction.
Man, great call, man. Great call. Let's you know what? Before we move on the call, I want to talk about something, because I'm getting a lot of comments where I see people asking what we gonna do today. You know, because I see we got a lot of people that's obviously coming in here from Voch channel and all that kind of stuff. I think we got to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm being all the way honest.
Yeah.
You know, I think we got to be aggressive. That's if we trying to get that Mauler vision. You know what I mean? You got a Mauler vision. I got a Mauler vision. You know what I mean? If we want to really, in my opinion, get that Mauler vision, and I'm going to say this about Voch too. I think this is where me and Voch all the way agree. And this is where I got a lot of respect for Voch, real quick. Like when he was saying, man, I don't see why people so scared to go ahead and move Maffa up. You know what I'm saying? I agree with him on that wholeheartedly. I agree. It's like, what you waiting on, bro? Why we gotta wait on everybody to approve our list? You know what I mean? I ain't gotta wait for no approval.
Boss, listen, his number one tackle is DeJuan Jones, the boy you like. That's Voch's number one tackle.
Right. And yeah, and I got him. I had him as my fifth. But see, I think I heard Voch's case on that, which was the same fight I was having with the OC yesterday. I'm like, we was focusing on weight of the Senior Bowl, but I was like, how did he play in the Senior Bowl? Like, I don't want to get caught
like
on
how
sandwiches.
Voch explained it.
Yeah.
So Voch called it, Jones has something the other tackles don't have. He has a superpower called length.
The length, yeah. Yeah,
reach
bro.
and hands. That's a superpower. No one else has it.
Right.
And one of his fans, I think yesterday, was saying, you know, how he gonna deal with speed. I said, when did he get beat?
When did he get beat by speed? I was like,
wait, he hasn't.
Yeah. So it's like,
he hasn't.
See, I don't want us to get caught up in the overthinking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I see that
That's
happening.
true.
It's a lot. That's why I don't like
Yeah.
stat nerds. I can't stand stat nerds. I feel like, shut up. And see, like, for instance, it's the stat nerds is why CJ won the #1 quarterback. His test, he had a test to, man. Bro, some people have test anxiety. That don't mean they not smart. It's just that they don't do good on tests. So, yeah. So he said, $5. We got a super. He said, Vosh Lombardi said, Ray, salute, Boss Cowboy. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, but hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. Boss Cowboy Sports, we got to get our shooter game up, man, because golly, they did come over here, too, man. They representing for Vosh, man. They coming over here with a real-life raid. We got to be able to do that, but this also shows the power of us as a community, man, to where if we all lock into good ideas, bro, we'll get so many stuff into the community and into the building. So when you got Vach pushing up Jones, I'm pushing up Jones, pushing up Maffa, eventually somebody go say, you know what, they right. And sometimes we go give.
And by the way, Cowboys fans, this is true. The Dallas Cowboys, we read tweets. So I want everybody on here, if you're a tweeter, put it in there, Jones, put it in there, Maffa. I'm telling you, the Cowboys going to read that. They do.
They do.
They are so mindful of image. They look at Instagram. They look at tweet. They look at YouTube. They look at it. If you think they don't, they do.
They do. They really do. They really do. And matter of fact, if I had a second, I could pull it up and show that what you're saying. John Machota literally was on Pick Six Sports, another channel, a YouTube channel, headed up by BJ Nix, and the crew over there is BJ, it's Mary, it's Spoon, it's Professor O, and I think they added some more people. Dome. Okay, so I just want to make sure I named all of them. But John Machota was on their channel on a Friday night, and he said, to your point, bro. He said every day or every other day, the Joneses look at the reports to see what's trending on Twitter. So, cause the mantra of Boss Cowboy Sports is your voice matter, but it's a whole lot of us that really think we don't matter. They don't think we matter. But my question is, if we don't matter, why they looking at what we saying every other day or every day? If our voice can't move the nation, why do they care about what the nation is saying? Why do you get, as a business owner or a businessman or a manager, anything you looking at every day is important. Anything. You know what I mean? If you got kids and you check their homework every day, it's because it's important. So for anybody that say our voice don't matter, you out your mind. And it's time for you to catch up and start taking action. That's one thing I love about you, Coach, and Coach Marv. And my boy D.A. Lee, my boy Marcus. I'm just talking about, I can name a whole lot of people. Queen, Star. If I forget you, I don't take it personal. But this the deal. I love people that take action, that get like you doing. I see you doing this a lot more now. You tweeting, you putting your thoughts out there, you tagging media people. You move, Coach, like you matter. You call in, Coach Marv call in to every channel because it's about getting them ideas out there. And people don't think that it worked, but it worked. It worked. I'm almost certain I'm one of the main reasons Kellen Moore got fired. I'm almost certain of that. You know what I mean? Just I kept banging him. I was banging him every almost week. Boom, 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 boom. And finally, I threw that rock out there and it rippled. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. But what else you got, Coach, man? But I'm going to take one more call and get up out of here.
That's it. I can't wait to see the final word tonight, sir.
Oh, the final word will be fire. I can't wait, man. But appreciate the call, man. We still got the call lines open, Coach. And Coach, you got to call in more too, man. You left us all full today. I don't think the people can handle no more. You killed it. You know what I'm saying? So
I promise I will, boss. Anytime, sir.
Anytime. All right, so we still got the phone lines open. I'm going to take a few more calls, and then I'm going to start preparing for day 2 of this draft. You know, it's gonna be good, you know. And then, you know, I'm gonna start preparing to go into heavily before we actually start day 2 on what we likely need to do in day 2. And also, for those who don't know, I do got a book out. We got a lot of new people over here that Voch sent, so some of y'all might not know, but I actually wrote a book about this off season and been referencing it a lot. You know, I've been referencing it a lot because I stand on the stuff I say. You know what I mean? If I say it, I really put in the work. So, you know, y'all can go check that out. It's obviously the draft is here, but you still want to purchase a book like this because it's also things that you want to go back and look at after the draft. You want to go back and look at things as these players perform. You want to see kind of people ranks and what really played out. Because, see, I'm going to be honest, people don't do that enough. We don't go back and check people work. Do it. We let people have these wild-ass projections, and then they flop. And my boy Jay Tuck called it shooting bricks. Boys will literally shoot a whole brick, and then the next year we'll act like, no, it's not an audio book, it's not a paperback, it's not an audio book, it's a digital book. For a few people, I'm gonna make an actually hard copy book because they actually paid bigger money for it. One of my brothers paid me $40 for a hard copy, so I'm producing hard copies for people that you know, really did some major gifts into the Boss Cowboy Sports. But I just want to say this real quick. And again, this is one of the main things I like about Voch that I saw him do every year. Me and Voch are the same on this. I don't care what people say about my list. If I feel like my guy should be a round 2 guy, I'm going to push him up. I'm going to say, man, I don't care what y'all got to say about that. I'm going to just do it because I believe it. I did the work. And I don't care about what other people's opinions are, because if I'm letting people bully me into their thinking, I'm not being a man. And then on top of that, even the best make a D on average anyway. So, man, do your own homework. So we got this book out, man. I would, you know, definitely say go get it. And yeah, my boy Voch, I must have really said something that Voch registered with, because my boy say Voch raid, he said we need to be over 300 likes. I must have me and him must be on the same page on something, because he must have heard something from this channel that he was like, yeah, go endorse it. Yeah, and that's I really appreciate Voch for that. I'm gonna make sure I give him a call and thank him, you know, because that's big, man. Voch obviously a king in the space, man. He a big dude, he a big boy. You know what I'm saying? He a real big dude in the space. So, man, you know, anytime guys send their people that support their channels to another person's channel, it take a lot of security to do that. You got to be secure in yourself. You got to be secure in your abilities, because I'm going to be honest, a lot of people treat this like church. I ain't going to lie. People treat this like churches where they trying to hang on to all the flock, and they don't want to talk about other channels and stuff like that because they afraid they going to lose people, which is crazy. Because a lot of us don't even go on at the same times anyway, so you ain't going to lose nobody. You know what I mean? Until all of our channels are on from 7 in the morning to 2 in the morning at night, why would anybody fear collabing with people and stuff like that? Like, I ain't never feared that. I'm very, you know, but I just want to commend Voch on that, because that's one thing for sure that I know about him, that I've seen him do for at least 3 years, is like, even how aggressive he was on moving up Boss Man, that took some balls, because people were scared to do it, but he was like, I like what I see in this dude, I like what I see in this young bull, and he put them all the way up there at the top. And I was like, respect. You know what I'm saying? And I want all of us to be like that. Hold your nuts on what you see. I'm gonna take one more call. Boss Cowboy Sports.
OG.
What's up? Who's this?
This Common Sense Lab, brother.
What's up, man? Common Sense. What's up with it, big dog?
Hey, man, look, man, I'm out here working in this heat, bro, and I just like, you know what? Let me try to call in today. Just want to take a shout out to the preacher and Coach Q, boy. They came with some fire today, man.
Man, them calls was the calls was fire today. Yeah, the calls was like the best part of the show.
You know this. Actually, this is one thing There's another thing I love about your channel is just like you always say, man. We got so many smart Cowboy fans, man. They can run a whole show by themselves.
For real.
And I love it when you do freestyle and everybody just call in and we just feed off each other, or we line up and everybody thinking the same way.
or different.
You know,
Sometimes we think different, but at least I respect it. Like sometimes,
yeah, but,
unless it's goofy, then I'm like, shut up. But like for instance, me and you, we've debated, but I respected it because I know you thinking. Like I know that like you giving good pushback. You know what I mean? Like you push me back a lot, but I'm cool with it because it's like he not a bopper. He not a dude that's boss said it, I'ma follow it. No. Common sense is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And then you give me a chance to either address it, not address it. You know what I mean? Now, but go ahead.
Right. Yeah, and really, man, look, with this pick, man, this first pick, like I Coach Q, man, he killed it. He had me thinking on a whole nother level.
Me too.
But my whole thought was with my super chats last night, watching the reactions of the chat and everything like that. You know, it was just man, our voices are being heard, bro.
It is.
Like we got to sit back and realize that our voices are actually being heard.
Yep.
Okay, so for the last two seasons, since those are the most relevant, the last two seasons, we have all been complaining that yes, we get turnovers, we get interceptions, we get all that, but we can't stop the run and save our dang life.
Right.
And then the moment we draft somebody that is going to help us with that,
get mad.
We mad. It's like, and see, and this the thing. Like, okay, Cowboy fans, all of us listening, bro. I sent the super chat last night for all y'all that wasn't there. It was simple as this: if you look in the dictionary, imperfection comes before perfection. It's just that simple. We gotta stop holding our team to higher standards, or players that we fall in love with to higher standards. Like one person is going to come in here and make us great, or going to come in here and kill our whole process. We gotta trust these people, the Joneses and everything, because at the end of the day, they have put together 2 12-5 football teams.
Yeah.
And we can't sit up here and just bash them for every pick. We can't think every pick is going to be a Taco Charger. We can't think every pick is going to be a Tristan Hill.
It's Michigan. It's Taco. It's Michigan.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Every pick is different, bro. And you got to think about it, too. All those picks, the Tristan Hills and the Taco Chargers, they didn't have a Michael Parsons. They didn't have a DeMarcus Lawrence. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a Dan Quinn, 8 and 30. So, like you said earlier, you know, it's a process that Dan Quinn ain't finna hold these guys accountable. The players finna hold these guys accountable.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And all we gotta do is trust the process that the coaches and the front office are gonna get the right players in here that's gonna fit our scheme. Law always say we gotta trust the process, right? We gotta trust the process. But it is a process. We can't just pick people up and expect we're finna go to the Super Bowl just because we got one person.
Right.
There was nobody in the draft yesterday that was gonna guarantee us the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah,
there was
26.
Not at 26.
It was.
There was not one person.
Yeah.
And we as fans got to understand. Look, it's been 27, 28 years. We know we got a high standard because we Cowboy fans. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we also got to have a sane narrative, not an insane, but a sane narrative to know that it's a process to get there. And if it was so easy, the same team would win it every dang year.
Hold on real quick, common sense. I want to say something about this fire super chat from my big dog Jeremy. All right.
Okay.
I'm being honest with y'all, okay? I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. I get the anger. I get it. Because my boss said people just mad because it's not who they wanted. I get it, right? Like, how many of y'all witnessed me have to kick some people out of here because people was just going too far over their pet cats? You know what I mean? So this is what I'm gonna say. An important lesson I hope we learn from this particular show, from the people that's listening. We all have to have flexible plans. All of us. You know what I mean? Everybody know that I wanted to move up for tackle. Everybody know I want to move up for those top 4, right? But if we got wiped out, I was like, now I would be more so for moving down and trying to get volume. I changed my plan as the facts changed. You see what I'm saying? And I've always had a degree of flexibility, but I had to learn that. Like, it's more than one way to build a team. And who died and made me the GM of opinions of the Dallas Cowboys? Some of y'all got good ideas, but the problem is we all got to be open to other people's ideas. And that's what's happening between some of us. this Mazi is outside of your main idea, so some of us are having trouble digesting it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Instead of looking at it, and I'm almost finished, common sense. Instead of looking at it like
you good.
Instead of looking at it like, okay, we got Bergeron and we got Mazi. Both of them likely would have been a reach. I would have been happy with both. You know what I'm saying? Why did they probably go with this one over that one? To where you're just, open to being flexible. Cause see, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna let you land the plane, big dog. That's the main reason I came out with my mauler list. Cause I want to show people it's more than one way to get the mauler that you want. Now, obviously, the later you wait, the harder it gets to get the ideal guy, right? But I didn't want him to come across like, is Darnell right or nothing for me? No, if we don't get Darnell, I'm cool with Matthew at left guard. If we don't get him, I'll be cool with Cody Mock. If we don't get him, I would love Nick. He got 4 pancakes in the first quarter versus Alabama. If it's not him, I would love Maffa. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell everybody, when we get into this part or when we start next draft season, go into it with openness and not, once you find the players you like, stop trying to bully everybody over your few guys that you like, because we all think just a little bit different, and be just open to it and respect the differences. Go ahead, Common.
Quick question. This hopefully, if everybody puts some really good thought in this, maybe it'll help us out. Okay. Would you rather have a 10 that can't cook, or a 7 that can cook?
A 10 that can't cook.
You rather have a 10 that can't cook?
Yeah, all day.
Okay. See, and that's what
I'm sealing.
Okay,
I'm sealing.
You silly, right?
Because if she learn to cook, if she learn to cook, she a 12. If I get my money up, she ain't gotta cook.
No, but that's the thing. She ain't gonna never learn to cook, and you gonna just be right where you at the whole time. There's no escalating, there's no degrading. It's gonna be right
so you don't put too many rules in the thing now. See, so you saying she's stuck? Value, just stuck. She's stuck.
Okay, this place value. It's place value right now. Right now, place value. Would you rather have a 10 that can't cook or a 7 that can cook?
And they stuck.
And they stuck. They ain't no
7. 10 would never be able to cook.
Right.
Give me the 10. Every time.
Okay, and that's fair.
To me.
But see,
some people want the 7.
Exactly.
I'm taking the 10.
I want the 7. Right, but see, I want the 7. I want the 7.
You want the 7?
You know why I'd rather have?
I want
the 7.
Yes, I want to hear this.
I want the 7. You know why I want the 7? Because even though she is 7, she's still good enough to, and she's gonna be loyal enough that I ain't gotta watch my back when I'm not around. She's gonna do everything that she's supposed to do, be right there at the crib when I need her to. But that 10, I gotta worry about the Eagles worried about her. I gotta worry about the Chiefs worried about her. I gotta worry about the Patriots worried about her. I ain't gotta worry about this 7, because guess what? That 7 is gonna be loyal. She's gonna do everything that she needs to be done to make sure our household and our foundation is good. So you can keep your 10. I give me the 7 that can cook.
Okay. I'm taking a 10. Let me make my case for the. Let me take.
Go ahead. Let me
make my
get you
case for the 10. Because see, in my case for the 10, I'm taking a 10 because and I'm just being honest. Ladies, don't get offended. I tried the 7 thing. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I had to look up, and I gotta look at you and be like, whew. You know what I'm saying? I just have to.
Right.
Like, but that's just me. I'm not saying you wrong, bro. Like, that's what I say. You know what I'm saying? But just to me, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I feel like if she see me as a 10, she not gonna be pushing back as trying to do more. You know what I'm saying? It's just that in my opinion, I gotta be man enough to make a 10 value me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta, she gotta value me, and that's it. If she sees me as value, like And it ain't necessarily what you look like with women. A lot of women give men a whole lot of provider points. So when you got good provider game, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you don't. But hey, I don't know how the hell we got into that, bro, and I don't know where that came from.
Listen, this is what I'm saying.
All right.
Everybody might not see it because you don't know if Mazi can cook right now. In Boss Cowboy Sports, with Boss Cowboy, Boss don't really know if Mazi can cook. You know why Boss don't know if Mazi can cook or if he can cook or can't cook? Because when he saw the film and saw the videos on the stuff he saw, Mazi didn't have a good effort. He didn't have a good motor.
That ain't cooking.
But at the same time, like Boss said, it's his job to make himself valuable enough for that 10.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dan Quinn and the Cowboys organization. We got to put that 10, that 7, that whoever in a right situation to value themselves to be better and what we need for our team. Bob, that's all I got to say, bro. I love you, man.
Love you too, dog. That was Bob said. All right, that was common sense. My boy Bob say we eating out every day. Say, Bob. Every day, Bob. We going out. I'm Bob. Me and you. See, Bob. This me and you, Bob. Me and you. We eating out every day. I want the 10. But see, I'm not even saying that common sense is wrong. See, that's the thing about some of this. This is just like a draft conversation. In the draft conversation, like one of my brothers said in the chat, it's about Kevin McDonald said. He said preference. It's what he want. I prefer the 10s. He prefer the 7s. We both got different reasons. It both worked out for what we want. You know what I mean? So anyway, the most important thing I want to get out of this, Pastor, I'm just going with the 10. I ain't gonna even show it, but I'm going with the 10. And look, and I'm not judging anybody that picks 7s. But it's just me. And I promise you, I tried. I did. I went with a. She was fine. She was everything. She was cooking. She everything. She was doing everything. She was taking, hearing me out, let me cry on the shoulder. She was there for me. I just had to let it go. So anyway, man, y'all stay on the lookout. The Fighter Word will be back for round 2 of the draft. We gonna be going deep into our analysis as we always do, but always having fun with it. Y'all know that's exactly how we move over here. So we greatly appreciate everybody that rock with Boss Cowboy Sports. Make sure that y'all hit that like if you haven't hit it yet. Let's get them likes up before we get all the way out of here, man. But I just want to tell y'all that don't let nobody tell y'all that this is a bad pick. It might not have been a pick you ideally wanted, but it's a good pick. So in my metaphors that I've been using a lot of relationship metaphors, and I'm gonna say this: we went to the club, and there was a bunch of 6s and 7s in there. We walked out with the 10 that can't cook. We just gotta teach her how to cook. Let's go. Let's go! Y'all stay up, Cowboy Nation. Let's get it.